Hey guys, welcome to Big Cake's prolific ASMR channel. Here we're gonna talk about all things happening in the world, but we're gonna do it with ASMR. That's the way we roll here. Big Cake's prolific ASMR channel. I wanna die. Let's check these channels, make sure everything's good here. Okay, yeah, everything's good. That's hotness. So yeah, I thought I'd do a little bit of a late night stream here just because. So a couple of you guys have let me know through Twitter. That's funny. Top Notch, you always seem to be doing something else. Whether that's having sexual intercourse with a female or potentially doing something, maybe masturbating, and then you leave it to watch my shit, which is kind of funny. I was going to say that a number of you have told me that, unfortunately, the last video that I put up on the channel is not viewable in many countries. And that's going to be the same with the next commentary video. Because for some reason, it seems that I have a trend of making videos about things that are, I don't know, copywritten, I guess, for things that are taken by other people, which kind of sucks. So, yeah, I think the best option is to use a VPN. I'm going to link one here, and I'm going to link one in the description when I put this video. I'm going to link one that you guys could use. I'm not sure if it's going to necessarily help, but I know I've used this in school because why the fuck not? Hold up, let's see. There you go. Yeah, I've used that in school, I guess, back in the day when all the game like the game websites were blocked. So, you know, VPNs would kind of help. So, yeah, it's unfortunate that that video is not seen in other countries, which does suck because I spent a lot of time on that one and the next one, which is going to go up, which, unfortunately, most people are not going to be able to see. Although I think that one is specifically blocked in New Zealand. So the only person that might not be able to see that is Todor, which is kind of funny. But yeah, the reason I wanted to do this is because specifically I wanted to see if you guys have specific suggestions for just those commentary videos and or any videos in general. I asked on Patreon specifically if, you know, they had any videos, and they gave me great ideas. Those are being hammed down the pipeline. But I just want to hear from you guys that are potentially here, the 22 of you that I'm touching right now, and the 8 of you that have hit that like button. This is where I see it, right up here. If you guys have any sort of suggestions, comments, ideas for potential videos that you guys would like to see on this particular channel, maybe suggest a particular video on commentary. Maybe, I guess. I have a couple ideas myself that I'm not going to mention just because you'll see them when I come out the videos. But I just want to see if we're kind of thinking in the same wavelength. So if we have the same sort of ickling as to potential ideas. So if any of you guys could suggest stuff, that would be fantastic. Look at that, fantastic. I could do this. These nuts. Hold up, I could do this. These. God damn it! It only lets me zoom in on one area. There you go. Why am I inappropriate in my videos? Michael Forte. I'm not inappropriate. I think that I'm entirely appropriate for this channel. It might be inappropriate for you, but it's definitely appropriate for the style that I've kind of established with the channel. So, you know, yeah, there you go. That's kind of my answer to that. Let me see someone here. What's your favorite class in school? Your favorite class, or my favorite class? Honestly, I didn't like much of it. TBH. I didn't like a lot of the things in school. The stereotypical answer that anybody would say is lunch, right? Right? That's the worst. But I don't know. I really don't. Usually it's a combination between homeroom or whichever class had the other friends that, you know, had that you guys could eat shit with. So for me, that was Spanish class, I guess. That's funny that you call it gym, Jared. We've always called it PE. Physical education, unfortunately. Another thing, I didn't realize people from the UK call it a kit, right? Where you have to wear your, like, you have to dress in your kit, per se. We never had that shit. That was fucking PE in England. Is that the way they do it? That's fucking funny. It's funny, too, because I've had PE teachers that were fat. So it doesn't really make much sense. they just call it a gym uniform, I guess, here. So I guess I like the word. I like kit. I like kit. If you're in a teacher's lounge, then you're doing some nefarious shit. I don't know why they would accept you in a teacher's lounge. That's kind of odd. As a matter of fact, I was just reading an article about a female having sexual relations with her student, which I find very, very funny. I was just seeing that on Twitter. But okay, so different ways to cut cards and how to do a one. That's really funny that I read that and did a one-handed shuffle without necessarily reading that. Well, I just got okay, what kind of commentaries do I like the most? Obviously, things that are magic related, right? Things that are magically related. However, I do there's one that I just did on psychics. That's kind of cool. That's always something that's been very interesting to me. So things that are magic related, but not necessarily magic, because, you know, there's only so much shit in the magic world. But as far as just commentaries that I just like things that are, I guess, interesting to more people. Magic is not necessarily interesting to a lot of people, but for example, I'll just tell you my next video is on psychics, right? I think I put that on Twitter. Psychics is kind of related to magic in a way that they're using magical methods. So I decided to make a video on psychics, and it's just the worst fucking cunts. God fucking damn it. Girlfriend wants to know what your fucking cunt is doing tonight. She loves you. Say hi to her. I'm going to say hi to her back, simification. I'm going to say hi to her back. Although that's kind of weird. Are you referring to her as a cunt? And where's Bowser's nuts? Bowser's nuts is right here. Son of a... There you... Oh, okay, I can't zoom in because that's where the fucking chat is. There you go. You get some nuts. What do you think separates a good magician from a legend like Juan Tamariz? I would ordinarily say time, right? But the thing is that Juan Tamariz is just... He's different. He's cut from a different cloth than, I guess, the rest of us. The way they approach magic is kind of... is interesting because they... You know, they have such a weird outlook on life in general that when they approach magic, they do it from a perspective that comes from their life experience. So, you know, you really can't have another Tamariz. There's only one Tamariz. So that's kind of interesting. But, you know, that's kind of a good question, like psychologically. What makes somebody just a normal magician, and what makes somebody like Tamariz? But Tamariz is definitely someone that's fucking way different. And in terms of his mentality and the way that he approaches magic. And it's funny because you see his character on stage and then you see him in interviews and he's completely different. But I imagine if he was his character on stage, you know, all the time, he'd fucking be exhausted. Let me text here. Let me see if there's anything hot here that I've skipped over. Shit, I've skipped a couple. If you do illegal pranks, are you considered a pro magician? YouTube says yes. Apparently, I've noticed when I was researching videos for that prank video, a lot of them that are called magic pranks aren't fucking. They're not magic. They're not magic at all. So there was one on that I saw on Evan Era's channel that he poked a ketchup packet with a pin, right? So he got a pin and he poked it with ketchup He got a ketchup packet and he poked it with a pin and he put that on a toilet seat. And then he called that the magic prank or some stupid shit like that. But it's definitely not a fucking magic prank, which I don't understand. I guess they're using the word magic for an SEO, which is kind of stupid. Somebody asked me before, can I solve a Rubik's Cube? No, I can't. I like vagina. How do I become as good as Jabrizi? Forget everything you know, honestly. You learn as much as you can and then forget it, and that's how you become as good as Jabrizi. And then also get what's the PG word for it? Gay ass contacts. I think that's the PG. That's the best PG way to do it. You get contacts that make you look gay as fuck. I already knew your next video is about psychics. Yeah, because you follow me on Twitter. You are a Twitter cunt on my way to be a Jabrizi entrepreneur, social media entrepreneur. Can Bowser be on the deck? Yeah, Bowser's going to be on the deck. Son of a bitch. Hold up, Sima. You said something else before. Shit. I skipped over it. I got too busy looking at the beeve. You fucking cunt. Calling the beeve a cunt. Juan Tamariz was traditionally cut on crushed stock. Ooh. You always chime in with positively hysterical comment, Beeve. Let me see. What the fuck? I know I missed something. Oh, she was referring to what I was doing. I actually came from Target. Which is really, really funny because they had fidget pens. They had fidget pens at Target, and I know that Illusionist is just coming out with their fidget stick. And it's funny because I went to Target and they had a fucking pen with kind of a fidget spinner on it, which I guess is considered a fidget pen or fidget stick. It could be called. Hold up, son of a bitch. There you go. But yeah, I found that really, really funny. I hate pranks videos, said the Squeeze. I agree. I hate prank videos. It's the fucking worst of all fucking time. How do you keep your cards non-sticky and stuff like that? I don't know what you're doing to make your cards sticky. I really don't. Fidget pens are a thing, Sima. If you look at Illusionist, they're trying to start a Kickstarter for a fidget stick. I think you're familiar with that. But they, I just saw, yeah, it's a fidget pen. It's literally a pen with a fidget kind of spinner on it, like a little half-ass fidget spinner, which is fucking weird as shit. I don't even know, I mean, if they're going to get funding for that. Does anybody know if they're going to get funded? Because that seems like the type of stupid shit that would get funding, even though it's a ridiculous idea and about 6 months past the peak of popularity. I saw a post on Reddit that said, "Hey guys, can you help me out? I bought 6,000 fidget spinners and now I've only been able to sell 6." I mean, sounds like Fidget Cube 2.0. That's really funny. 17 minutes into your new video and I just, there you go. That's what's up. So not only do you get Pig Cake on an actual video, you get Pig Cake live. You get this cunt live, which is interesting. Will you ever see a face reveal? Not necessarily, or not anytime soon. Again, I've said that it depends on what I want for the channel, but so far I don't want my face on the channel. You know, I don't think it's gonna add anything. I don't think that, you know, I like the mystery of it. I've said this 1,000 times. That opinion might change tomorrow, might change next week, next month. But so far, I mean, my initial idea for the channel was like a mismag on crack, sort of. But you know, for now at least, I don't want to show my face. I don't think that is going to add anything or take anything away. So I'm just going to leave it at that. It's a normal face too. I've said this before. I have a normal face, I guess, for my area. Miss Mag would be proud. Yeah, that's funny. You know, he's one that has not consistently shown his face. Like, it's really, really funny that even if you look up Miss Mag face, you can't see it. So he's done a really good job, even for having 1 million subs, to not show his face at all. Let me write this down here. Shit. Okay, there you go. That's hot. Okay, there you go. Okay, do you like Bowser? Yeah, I'm a big fan of Bowser. I've actually become a fan of Bowser, especially playing the new Odyssey. That game is fucking, it's pretty dope. So I've actually become a fan of Bowser. More of a fan than Bowser than Mario, because Mario just lets fucking Peach get taken by this BBC, and you know, it's fucking hysterical. Hold up, I've skipped a lot of shit. God damn it, you guys are actually hitting up them hot questions, which I like it. Let me go back here a little bit. We need a fidget shit like we need Jizzy. Okay, I like how I was about to say Jabreezy, but you said Jizzy. I like that. I like that a lot. Let me see. The more you use cards, the more your dead skin gets in the cards, and that's what makes your cards stick. Yeah, the best tip is to wash your hands as often as you possibly can. Wash and dry your hands, because then, you know, you're kind of gonna get the cards wet, which kind of defeats the point. I'm not a huge fan of these. I'm not a huge fan of these in particular, but they spread nice, I guess. God damn it. I just, how are you, man? You, fuck shit cotton picker ass juice. How you doing, dog? That's a fairly odd name. Let me look through these comments and hope that, I don't have to. You cunt. Damn you, I just bought the M ring. I actually brought this out of the closet. This is the M ring that I got, the official M ring, which is from Magic Makers. It's a piece of shit. It's really a piece of shit. I'm gonna burn this motherfucker. The back is the silver is coming off. Fuck that. So I'm gonna go back to the gay one. I have it on the desk. I'm gonna go back to the really gay one that I usually wear. Do a trick that will get girls wet. They have a lot. I have a lot of videos that are tricks that would get girls wet. So I don't know if you have. Well, it's not the official M ring. This is just what it's called when I bought it, M ring, and it came with a DVD. The DVD actually had the balls to call this a holdout, so that you could hold cards out underneath, right? It had the balls to call it a holdout, which is fucking retarded. Ben Salinas, who's a really good magician, was on the DVD, but he fucking had the balls to call this a holdout. Are you fucking kidding me right now, dude? Are you pranking me? Is that a fucking prank right now? But yeah, the ring's a piece of shit. I don't recommend anybody gets it. If you see the $30 one with the DVD, what's the point of an M ring? I like the way it looks. Honestly, that's kind of why I have it. I like the way it looks. It has a history. It has a historical kind of history behind it. There was a magician that when I went to Vegas, he called it a Masuda ring, which is kind of interesting. But yeah, there's a whole history behind it. Can it open bottles? I haven't tried that. I haven't tried that yet, but I'm pretty sure it can. Anything could open bottles. I like dick, said Blades of Grass. You enjoy dick, man. I don't particularly enjoy dick. I gag when I brush my teeth, so I can't really necessarily enjoy dick. But you enjoy the dick, man. Miss Mag would be proud. Miss Mag would definitely be proud. I like privacy. Yeah, I also prefer that. I prefer the anonymity. I really do. I like the fact that I could go to convention, go to, maybe pop up in the background of somebody's video and you don't recognize me. You don't know that it's me. I like that rather than being like, hey, look, it's Big Cake. Like, I prefer that. Let me see. What do you say, 1,000? What awesomeness am I missing out on? I just pronounce my TH with a D. I just like doing that. So it's not really it's just 1,000. It's like the way Arab people say 30. Arab people say dirty. They go dirty dollars. I say 1,000 instead of 1,000. Just like library. Some people say library. You know who say that. I'm not gonna black people. They say library. They also say frustrated. So they say frustrated. I say 1,000. So there you go. You probably have a face for radio. That's you know what? First time I heard that, I was like, that's a compliment. And then I'm like, wait a second. You pranked me, you Tap Roynart. You fucking pranked me. Do you like eggnog? Yeah, I like eggnog because it usually tastes like melted vanilla ice cream. And I like ice cream because I'm a faggot, so I like ice cream. I gotta say, I'm coming out. I like ice cream. Let me see. Shit. Have you heard of the face leak of the kids channel that turned out to be a porn star, Michael Bush? No, I haven't. That's really funny. I really have not seen that. That's actually the worst thing that could possibly fucking happen. Imagine they look up, Mommy, who's this? Who's Asa Akira? Who's Gianna Michaels? I don't know who these people are. Should I look them up? Mommy, why is my pee-pee hard? Oh boy. Let's see. Has anybody figured out your pig cake? No, not really. Honestly, not really. There's people that, know me, obviously. They know because they walk into the house and they see a fucking camera. So either I'm filming pornography, or, making videos, I guess. So they kind of figure it. But no. Have you ever heard of a guy named Brian Brushwood? Yeah, I love Brian Brushwood. I would do dirty things to him. I sent him a thing for Scam School. I hope he uses it. Only because... Hold up. I'm getting very distracted here by these hot questions. God fucking damn it. Okay. Torqued. Does anybody use the word torqued? I'm gay for your dick? Okay, Blades of Grass. That's... Does anybody notice a PC pen? What do you mean by PC pen? Pig cake pen. I don't have a pig cake pen. I I just saw a question that passed on how much money I make on these videos. Not a lot, honestly. Not a lot. It's like a good, decent amount. It's obviously something that's supplementary. I'm not gonna say it because it's kind of embarrassing. I know a lot of YouTubers are like, "Oh man, I can't say it because it's against the rules for me to say how much I make." I'm not saying it because it's honestly embarrassing. It's really embarrassing. And then especially when you hear about these toy channels that were making like $10 CPM. If you don't know what CPM is, it's how much money you make per 1,000 views. It's fucking ridiculous. I'm making peanuts compared to those fucking channels of yesteryear. So I'm just not going to say because it's almost embarrassing, which is kind of why I have to supplement it with things like Patreon, have to supplement it with like the store that I have. So things like that. I just saw Ricky J. Do I like Ricky J? Yes, I love Ricky J. Ricky J is fucking phenomenal. Again, another guy I do dirty things to. I do dirty things to a lot of magicians. Brian Brushwood, Ricky J, Juan Ramirez. Yeah, I do a lot of things. It's in the tens of dollars. That's funny. Not tens of dollars. But might as well be. Might as fucking well be. And Target. There you go. Could I do Raise Rise? Fuck no. No. I am definitely not Xavier Spade. I could do other things. I could do this thing. This thing, right? It looks like shit from this angle. Exposure. But no, I can't do Raise Rise. He had an amazing video on a fucking Instagram that I saw today where he just takes the cards like this. He takes the cards like this and then spreads them, and then all the 4 aces are out jogged. Fucking amazing. God damn it. Yeah, $10 CPM is fucking hot shit. I'm not making anywhere near that. Not even close to that. So that's kind of the indication. If you could kind of what would be the ratio of demonetized videos? Not as much as I would think. It's not about demonetized. It's like shadow demonetized almost. So it's not like they claim that my videos are being demonetized. It almost feels like they're just not being pushed to people. And also, I don't think that the videos come up in the sub boxes a lot, which is kind of weird. So it's really shitty. Like, it's really shitty that you can't have like a channel like mine and then expect to make a decent living from it. But I guess that's the nature of the game. That's the nature of the channel. So I guess I kind of had to like deal with that. That's kind of one of the bad parts. I'm not gonna stop making videos, even if it's fucking giving me peanuts. But I would hope that changes. I would really hope that changes. What's your favorite cheap deck of cards? Bicycle. Bicycle is the best. You could get it in most places for $2 to $3, and it's not. It's they spread nice. They're smooth. They're not these. These fucking are almost too. They're like a weird consistency. Can I do this? Can I do this? Oh yeah. Oh yeah. These are a very weird consistency. I like them. Not so much to just do this. Just to mix them like this. I enjoy these. Yeah, you could find bikes for cheap as shit. 12 for 18. That's even a little bit more expensive. Bald head. Oh, Jay Sankey. Yeah. I would also do Jay Sankey. Who's my favorite superhero? I'm a basic bitch. I like Superman. I've always liked Superman just because I'm a basic bitch. He did a dick reveal in the card to pocket tutorial. Yeah, I did a bulge reveal. That's kind of a bulge reveal in that. I'm sorry. It wasn't necessarily as much of a dick reveal as it was a bulge reveal. So you guys, you guys enjoyed that a little bit too much, I guess. A little bit too much. Different. So I have a habit of reading my text out loud, which I shouldn't. Okay, let me go through here. I'm a mind reader. Think of a number. I felt like the biggest run-on sentence. Holy shit. Card to orifice. That's fucked. I know Brian. I see him a lot. Said Mr. No Skizzle. I'm very jealous if you see Brian Brushwood a lot. I would love to work with him. Do something at some capacity with him. But I would feel dirty that it's Brian Brushwood with decent, attractive-looking hair, and not Brian Brushwood without the spikes. Or Brian Brushwood without the spikes. There you go. What card do you force on people? 5 of clubs. 5 of clubs. That's actually my favorite card in the deck. I have a verbal force of the 5 of clubs. That is pretty consistent. I would say 80% of the time. It works well. Haven't talked about that yet because it's something that I'm keeping to myself for now. But the 5 of clubs, there you go. The 5 of hearts, no, because if you remember from that cunt, that 5 of clubs, or the 5 of hearts, apparently couldn't even use a condom in that video. I think, hold up, some simification. You said, just think card to pocket is limiting yourself too much. What do you mean by limiting? I enjoy that particular method. No, I didn't have a boner. That's my penis size. Thank you. It's small, but I work hard. But yeah, but what do you call this shit? I like the idea of not having to palm, right? I like not the idea of not having to palm and then having a card to pocket, which is interesting. And the fact that you could show your hand empty and pull it out is really, really good. So I kind of like that subtlety. So many places you could stick a card, not just pocket. Yeah, you're right. You're 100% right. I have another trick that's kind of like a variation of Richard Sanders' king thing. That's kind of the idea of... it's based on the idea of having a bunch of kings pop up everywhere. I just found somebody. Oh, shit. White boy the first. $2 hot. Thank you, dog. Thank you. That's fucking... Look, right there. That's what I would do to you if you were in front of me. It's... what was it? Hashtag. It's right to be white. Oh, boy. That was too much. That was too much. Card to pocket switch was fine. Yeah, that's based on the Carlisle card to pocket. The homing card, I think, from my understanding. I might be calling it wrong, but it's the card to pocket that it's that bulge though. It's the card to pocket that pretty much you have a card already in your pocket, and then the first phase is that you have a card traditionally peeked at, right? And then you will do the classic side steal. You do a side steal, and then you say, oh, the card's going to be in my pocket. You reach in with your pocket, and you pull this out, right? And you show, oh, look, it's a 2 of diamonds. Then you say, hey, I'll tell you what. Why don't I know you know how I did that. I put the card in my palm, right? And then I reached into my pocket. I didn't fucking do that. I didn't do that at all. And of course, that's when you switch the card in your pocket and you go, look, I'm going to be very fair. I'm going to be very fair right here. And then, of course, you reach into your pocket fairly, and that's the card. Somebody else gave me some hot cash. That's hot. Brandon Price. You gave me some hot $5. I love you. I love you too, dog. I would suck everyone's dick if you were here. I'd do a bukkake. If you're under 18, please don't look up what a bukkake is. Oh boy, you're gonna sink down a rabbit hole. Oh boy. Hold up. There you go. Hotness. How can I find verbal forces? You know what? I'll probably end up putting that verbal force on somewhere. I'll probably put it up somewhere soon. Maybe Patreon. I'll put it up. So yeah, I'll probably end up doing that hotness. Okay, I'm 15. I'll look it up. But yeah, I'll probably end up doing that because it's kind of something, a little bit of an idea that I had to myself after seeing the original fucking Darren Brown bullshit. I don't know if you remember that, where he goes, think of a card right here. Imagine it on a screen, all right? See the card on the screen, and you're like, all right, dude, I'm thinking of vagina. That or Diamond Dallas Page, you know? So who knows Diamond Dallas Page? Who here knows Diamond Dallas Page? Ever read Fooling Houdini? No, but I do have a book on Di Vernon that I showed on the last live stream, which is the idea of him looking for the middle deal. He was looking for Tucker, of course, knowing DDP. Of course you would know DDP. Am I a pro wrestling fan? Unfortunately, yes. I'm a pro wrestling fan. I hate to admit it. But I have the book where Di Vernon is looking for the center deal with Frank Garcia. It's kind of dope. By the way, I'm top notch. That's funny, creepy artist. I remember you told me about your fucking creepypasta channel. That's so hot. Ever read Expert Card Technique? Yeah, I say that's my favorite fucking magic book. That's my favorite fucking magic book of all time, Expert Card Technique. I think I mentioned the other day on the stream that, somebody said it's really hard to read. The best advice is to stick through it. Stick the fuck to Expert Card Technique. You're going to find a bunch of shit in there that you would have ordinarily glossed over because it's difficult to read. How much does that book cost? You could probably get it for $5 on fucking YouTube. I mean YouTube on you could probably get it on Amazon. You could definitely get that shit for $5. Probably cheaper too. Or you could, I mean, you could just Google PDF, expert card technique PDF. Jarrad 120, yeah. I remember I challenged him to a fight on Twitter. I'm like, hey man, I want to wrestle you. And he goes, you know where you could find me. And then I said, you're a cunt. I didn't say you're a cunt. I just wanted to make myself seem strong. But yeah, I would definitely I'll do dirty things to him. Use expert card technique like a reference book, not like a read-through book. You know, I saw it as, like, when I was younger reading it, and I mentioned this before, I'd look at the book. If the thing didn't have a picture, I'd skip it. I'm like, oh, this is shit. Why am I going to do it? Why am I going to look through this? Then as I got older, I realized how fucking amazing the book was. And then obviously as I got older, I've learned stuff through other means. So then looking back at the book, you're 100% right. Yeah, I use that information to kind of come up with tricks to supplement the double lifts that I've already learned, to supplement the passes, to give me new ideas and shit. So it's for as a companion, but even as kind of I dare say as a standalone book, it's still fucking good, even to me. I don't know. You might have a different experience with it, but to me, as a standalone book, I think that if you give that book to a beginner, somebody that's just starting off, and you tell them, go through this motherfucker, they're gonna end up in a really good spot. Magic for Dummies is actually another one. Magic for Dummies is a fucking another one that is, I have it right fucking here. As a matter of fact, let me make sure that there's nothing incriminating on here. Ha, yeah, incriminating. That's funny. There's literally nothing but incriminating. Because I used to write notes on this shit. So, but here I have Magic for Dummies. It's an amazing fucking book. It really is. You have shit from Daryl. You have shit from Greg Wilson. You have a lot of stuff. David Pogue, the guy who wrote it, is fucking amazing. He usually writes like tech stuff. But just to give you the names on this fucking book of people that have contributed. You have Tony Spina. You have Jeff Sheridan up here. That's the picture that got me into Magic, by the way, that one. You got Billy McComb, R.I.P., Mike Maxwell, John Rockerbomber. These are all people that contributed to the book. They're fucking unbelievably good. Jim Sisti, Louis Simonoff, who unfortunately died this year. Jay Marshall, another one who passed away recently. Tom Mullica, another one who fucking passed away. God damn it, we're losing all of them. AJ, who fucking passed away. Daryl, who fucking passed away. Fuck. Everyone here is dead. Eugene Berger. Son of a bitch. Now I'm getting depressed. Everyone here is fucking dead. But yeah, this book has a lot of amazing magicians. Look at just this page. Look at fucking Greg Wilson. Look at that fucking mustache. God damn it. How would you not want that to sit on your face? But yeah, this book, Magic for Dummies, look it up. It's really fucking good. Even if you are somebody that's been into Magic for, so many years, that book is still one of the ones. All My Friends Are Dead. Push Me to the Edge. Right? All right. Thank you, man. Thank you for putting lyrics like it's MySpace. There you go. Do you get a lot of hate mail? No, but I've gotten some dick comments today. As a matter of fact, let's play a game I call Dick Comments with Pig Cake. Let me have an intro for this right here. Dick Comments with Pig Cake. I fucking hate myself. All right, let's do this here. I don't. Most of the letters I get are really positive. They're actually pretty positive. So, the ones that are actually kind of negative are rare, but they stand out because they're so rare. Usually I get a lot of positivity, which is kind of, even though I do make dick comments, I hope you could see through the fucking videos that I have a respect, love, and dedication to Magic. Even though I make a lot of dick jokes and a lot of cunt jokes and a lot of gay jokes. So yeah, I hope that kind of passes off. So I did get a comment today by a fucking goddamn. I don't shit on people for their opinion, but when you call me a faggot, that's when I'm like, oh, okay, all right. But this one guy here who said something about, he said, this motherfucker. I've spent $1,000 on Ebonera props. My friends hate me even more now. What should I do? I don't know, man. At that point, you need help if you spend that much money on Ebonera props, especially because those $1,000 you probably could have spent $10 and gotten the same stuff from the same AliExpress website. This guy here says, was calling me out on the demon magic. And by the way, yeah, the P.O. box is still relevant. It's definitely relevant. This guy left a comment here saying on how I didn't leave any facts, right? By the way, needless to say that me looking at his YouTube channel, his videos consist of flat earth theories and a video that proves God exists, all these sort of videos. Not to say anything against, but this guy in particular had a video on why the earth is flat. So this guy says, did you suck many dicks? I need you to provide facts. That's how you debunk something. You just give your opinion. And the atheists who believe that they come from a magic explosion out of nothing, Big Bang, they love you. What you can ask me from them and from you, a man who sucks dick. This is the comment that I got here, which is, I'm like, okay. So I said, obviously I'm providing my own opinion on this, right? I'm not going to expose individual methods, but, I'm here to provide commentary on this sort of idea. However, do you personally think that demons help out magicians? Do you think that demons are helping magicians out? Because, honestly, if I'm, for example, doing a routine, right? If I'm doing a routine where I have the ace of clubs, I put the ace of clubs in the middle, right? And then I snap my fingers and the ace of clubs is on top, right? All right, let's just break that down. Is it easier for me to do a double lift, to show the card, put it in the middle, and then have that card come on top? Or is it easier for me to invoke the powers of Satan, to have Satan bring the card from the middle to the top of the deck? Which one do you think is a little bit easier, right? I think the double lift might be a little bit easier. I think the Satan one requires a couple thousand years of getting ass blasted. So let me see his rebuttal here. And this is when I stopped saying something, because I'm like, you know what? There's no reasoning with somebody like this motherfucker. Let me see if I could read this comment here. Let me see if I could read his rebuttal to me saying that I'm just providing my opinion. Let me read to you exactly my comment. I said, are you saying that it's more likely for a magician to use demonic power to accomplish a trick than purchasing a gimmick and or use trickery to complete the effect? Because it certainly seems so based on your comment. I'm not trying to expose methods. I'm giving opinions based on my experience in magic. Again, a very logical. He responds. Guys, I've been doing Inception. There are more better examples of magic tricks, and I happen to have a friend that can move or break a glass without touching it. I saw it firsthand. The glass I picked from my own house. There's no trick in that. But it would be cool if you could reproduce the hard things that those magicians make. They mix normal tricks, like what you do, with hardcore tricks. Help of demons. Atheists love to see always someone that makes them believe stronger. Like there was nothing after millions of years, and here we are. Play with a Ouija board that you could buy at Toys R Us, by the way. Play with a Ouija board and see for yourself if the devil exists or not. There are not many ways to find out if there's a devil or not. Since you keep talking about your bulge, and many faggots seem to like that more than your tricks, put that to test. That was a comment. I'm like, I will, cunt. What the fuck am I gonna respond to that? What am I gonna respond to that? This fucking, there's no logic on that. I was talking to a Russian genius on Twitter today, and I think the question to ask is, can you ever change your beliefs? Right? Can you ever change your beliefs? If the answer is anything other than yes, I mean, then that's when you stop talking, because there's no reason to that. I think you always have to be open to changing your belief. Always have to be open to admitting you're wrong. Always have to be open to saying, you know what, I learned something new, right? So that changes my belief. You always have to be open to that. I think if not, then it becomes a little bit, fucked, because then you're kind of stuck in one way of thinking. And you're stuck. Yeah, sounds like he has a score to settle, or he's running from something, or he's hiding something. Because he didn't only call me a faggot, he called you guys faggots. And you know what? Fuck that. This nigga making fun of my subs, calling them faggots. There's nothing wrong with being a faggot, dog. Are you a faggot? I'm not gay. That's a hot meme. Mitch Webb. That's a definite hot meme. Not gay. Is this officially a hostile workplace? No, this isn't a hostile workplace. It's just, so it's kind of funny, because you would think that the overwhelming amount of commentary are are negative, but the commentaries that I get, the amount of mail and the amount of correspondence is overwhelmingly positive, which was a good thing. I mean, I don't care if you have criticism, I really don't, but have it stand. I mean, if you're gonna make a claim like that demons are generally helping out magicians do the tricks. Duncan says, "Do you believe in God?" I'm open. I'm always open. Obviously, I'm a believer in evidence. If there's evidence, I believe. I go with the evidence. I'm not really going to talk about religious things here on this channel. I don't think there's a place for that here. But I like how you said the quote. Damn, you know what? Whoever tells me. Okay, Duncan, you said, "Do you believe in God?" Right? Whoever tells me. Where that movie is, there's a quote where somebody says that exact same line in a movie. If somebody tells me that, I'm going to give you a free copy of any card at any number. How's that? Ooh. So the first person to tell me that, where that quote is from, what movie is that from? Let's see if somebody says it. The quote that you just said, "Do you believe in God?" Damn. So first person. I remember watching this movie years ago and being like, damn, this fucking guy. I know everyone's going on Google. No, man, it's not Batman. It's not Batman. Let's see who gets it. It's from a movie, I'll tell you that. I remember watching this movie years ago and being like, this is bullshit. This is fucking stupid. Why would this person say that? And of course, it makes sense in the logic of the movie, I guess. So yeah, let's see. No, the quote is, "Do you believe in God?" Let's see. Somebody, whoever tells me where that movie is from. What movie is that quote in? Who said contact? Logan Mendelson. You fucking got it. You cunt. Yeah. Hit me up on Twitter, Logan Mendelson. Contact. It was fucking Matthew McConaughey. When I was fucking younger, I remember hearing that stupid line in that movie because he was trying to get Jodie Foster not to get in the fucking ship that she was going to go on. And she knew the Congress was very religious. So he goes, "Do you believe in God?" And Jodie Foster goes, I don't know what you mean. Oh my God, I don't know what you fucking mean. And then he goes, "Do you believe in God?" Matthew McConaughey killed me in that fucking movie. So there you go, Logan. Definitely hit me up on Twitter and I'll hit you for code for any card at any number, dog. That shit's hot. Hotness. I can't believe you fucking got that. Did you look it up? Jay, hold up. I just got a super chat. Here's for coffee. Thank you, dog. I literally just had a hotness. I'm going to become a coffee piece of shit. I know it's sacrilege to people that, make coffee like genuinely, not to grind my own beans. But I haven't gotten that far yet. I've bought so many different types of coffee just to try it out in different ways, different temperatures, different, recipes and shit. I have not grinded my beans yet, and I think I'm missing out. So I haven't become that. So thank you. Thank you, JS. I'm going to call you JS for lack of pronunciation of your name, so I appreciate that. Those hot Norwegianness. Dunkin' Donuts coffee is your fave. Damn, man, that's... Honestly, yeah, buying it in bulk and then making it yourself is a way to save, snort the grounds. There's a coffee that has extra caffeine, which I particularly enjoy, called 8 o'clock, even though it's kind of bullshit. But I'm saying that I'm buying, like, snobby-ass coffee. It's getting to that point. Let me see if I can do this. Let me see if I can write this here. So, yeah, Logan, hit me up on Twitter so that I could fucking give you that shit. Let me see this right here. That's hotness. Okay, so let me see here. Yeah, I was at Starbucks a couple days ago. It's grossly overpriced. I can't believe how much they charge for fucking the most basic shit. They're literally, it's cents. Even the Trenti, whatever the fuck it's called, that costs them probably under $1. It costs them a couple cents, and they sell it for like $7. So it's so much profit on their end. Fucking genius. I blame what's that movie with this fucking guy? You Got Mail. I blame that fucking movie for the uprising of fucking Starbucks. Any tips for starting a YouTube channel, and how did you decide to start one? I think I've said that before, but the best tips is mind quality. Quality is kind of everything. So, you know, you're not going to get anywhere if you fucking... you're not going to get anywhere if you fucking just have like a 1080 or sorry 720p video like that's just, hey guys, I'm going to show you a card trick today, which is what I see 90% of YouTube tutorials. 52 pickup, you said I use ads. I regret using ads. I really do. I thought that it was a funny thing to do, and I did get a little bit of subs from it, but it wasn't worth it. It really wasn't. But definitely mind the audio, mind the quality, mind the lighting, and know what you're talking about. I think the worst thing too is to have a video of somebody that's like, here's a trick, and they, you know, it's obvious that they just learned it. So make sure to practice, make sure to be good before you even think about making videos. I mean, it took me 16 years. It took me fucking 16 years, right? So just think, you know, fucking think before you come out with stuff. And also mind the tricks that you come out with. Don't step on people's toes. I don't see how many people like just, oh, hey guys, here's a tutorial of a trick that literally just came out like on anywhere. Shit. Audio, yeah. I neglected kind of the importance of audio in the first videos. I didn't mind audio levels. So if you hear, I used to beep, and then the beeps were probably, I would consider the beeps to be +5, right? So then whenever you would hear it, you'd want to kill yourself because the beep just went like, eh. So I realized audio is one of the most important parts of the video. It can make a shitty video seem so much better just by having good, decent quality audio. Where a fucking fan isn't in the back, and that's you hear that more than the other thing. Super chat's not working. YouTube, that's funny as shit. Yeah, super chat's fucked. I think YouTube is trying to move on to like Twitch, sort of. It's trying to market or trying to be like Twitch, which I find kind of interesting. They have sponsorships for video game channels, which is kind of weird. Really, dude, Blue Snowball. That's okay. I've used that for, what do you call that shit? I've used the Blue Snowball for more voiceover shit. I use a Rode video mic for the camera, which is over there. I use a Rode video mic, and that one's fucking great. But even then, the Snowball mic, if you have the right plugin, it sounds fucking professional shit. So I've seen so many shitty ass bedrooms because of shitty magic videos. That's really funny. But the Snowball is really, really good. So wait, Google bought Twitch? When did Google buy Twitch? Yeah, I know I mentioned that about the blocking my last video. VPN. Y'all have to do VPN if you're from a country where the video's blocked. And I fucking hate that. I really do. It just doesn't make fucking sense. It seems like most of the commentary videos that I do, they get claimed hard as fuck. So, you know, those are the videos, they take a little bit more effort in terms of editing and finding the things. So it sucks that those videos get demonetized hard as fuck. But whatever, I'll still keep making them. They're fun and interesting to me. So I use a Yeti. Yeah, Yeti's great. They have another one called the Raspberry, which I thought of getting, but I'm like, fuck it. This is actually a Rode video mic, the one that's on this. I'll take off the little poof ball here so y'all can see it. Son of a bitch. Yeah. But this, for example, is a Rode video mic which I think has pretty good, decent audio for a phone. It's the one that I use on the commentary videos. So the Now You See Me video, for example, it's using the video mic on this phone, which is pretty good. But of course, you have to add some plugins to make it sound, good. I use a Rode mic arm. Okay, that's dope. I mean, but audio quality is seriously something that is fucking something that's neglected by a lot of people, especially when I make videos. It's like, okay, I'm just gonna film it. It's gonna be 4K, and then the audio sounds like you filmed it on an iPhone 2. Somebody said, what was your biggest mistake as a beginner? The biggest mistake was I think spending too much time on flourishy bullshit, honestly. So I spent, okay, that's funny. I said that as I dropped the cards. But when I was younger, that was the first flourish that I learned. That thing, right? That basic Sybil. That is the first thing that I ever learned in terms of like flourishy shit. So obviously that was during a time when you didn't have a lot of, cardistry wasn't a thing. then. So you had a lot of people kind of just working upon that Chris Kenner Sybil cut, and then that was pretty much what you had. You had Brian Tudor doing his thing, but that was, I spent a lot of time learning like little stupid things, learning the cut. I spent a lot more time than I needed to learning like, you know, this shit, instead of, you know, learning history, instead of learning technique, instead of being able to get a pinky count, instead of doing, you know, getting a pass right. I spent a lot more time. Obviously, I did get the pass later. I did get, you know, these techniques, but I didn't spend time in the beginning learning the fundamentals, Michael. And I think that if I would have spent a lot of time there, it would have saved me a lot of time later on. So that's kind of the best advice for beginners, is to kind of work on the fundamentals and try to have everything else come later. Because if you don't have the fundamentals right, then you're going to learn everything else incorrect. And what's the point? You know, what's the point? Somebody said I should do Now You See Me Too. I haven't seen it. Fuck. I don't even think I want to, honestly. Because just based on the first movie, which apparently a lot of people like based on the comments, I just couldn't stand that movie. So I don't know if I'm going to fucking watch or be able to watch the second one. It has Daniel Radcliffe in it. I don't know what the fuck he's going to add. Oh, shit. So I'm not even fucking sure. Brian Tudor was legit back in the day. I remember he had a video, I think the third one. It was Show Off 1, Show Off 2, and then Show Off 3. Show Off 3 was just a video that you paid to buy to listen to him rant and call people bitches. That's what that was. I think, if I'm right on the names. But Show Off 3 was a video that you paid, I think, $30 for to listen to Brian Tudor call other people cunts. It was phenomenal. He's like, other people copy my shit. Fuck them. Pieces of shit. I'm the original. Pretty much the entire video is him going... His explanation of the Revolution cut is my favorite thing I've ever seen of all time. He goes, okay, so you hold the deck this way, you let it drop, then you twirl your finger, and it's going to happen. That's pretty much the way he explained it. And you're like, okay. I fucking love Brian Tudor. I fucking love him. The guy's a piece of shit. Didn't he get locked up? I don't know. I'm not sure. That'd be fucking dope if he did. It would add to his kind of character. Let me see. We want some ASMR. Why the fuck would anyone want ASMR? You know what? That might be a good topic for another video. Another commentary video. You guys just actually legitimately gave me a good idea. I was thinking about it before, but that's a lot. It's a lot. Let me see. What's the Yeti, Renato? The Yeti is it's a microphone. It's a microphone. If you look it up, you look up Yeti mic. It's a really, really nice microphone. React to JoJo's. I was about to say Yo-Yo. JoJo's ASMR card magic. Yeah, you know, it's funny. I've seen him that he had like fucking like Chris Ramsey's and Assad's thumbnails on his videos, which I never fucking understood. I'm like, why would you steal his thumbnails? What would you consider the best first fundamentals to learn card book? Again, I mentioned this earlier, expert card technique for sure, but as was mentioned by Tucker Warlock, and you know, I kind of realized that's kind of a good companion book. Honestly, the best thing that I ever bought was Darrow's Encyclopedia of Card Sleights. I think that might be my favorite purchase of all time, Darrow's Encyclopedias of Card Sleights. It's 8 volumes. I think I bought like 3, if I recall. I think I bought either 3 or 4. Actually, that was back in the day, so I convinced my mom to buy them. But I remember that was fucking amazing. What an amazing series. Because he's going over pretty much a lot of different sort of sleights, a lot of different moves. But that was fucking great. But for sure, you want to look at expert card technique. Let me see. What color change do you put the card out jogged? Hold up. What color change is it that you put the card corner out jogged and then shake it and it changes? I can't do that one well. I could do it shitty. Which I want to see if I could even do it. Fuck. I'm probably going to fuck it up. It looks like... fuck. Yeah, I killed that. Like that, I guess. I remember seeing that years ago. That was a fucking. I saw Dan and Dave do that sort of shit. If anyone knows what that's called, it looks like shit. I don't know what the name of that is. I don't know what the name of that is. But it's yeah, you could kind of, gee, I wonder how he's doing that. But it's like, yeah, I could barely do it. It's a shitty move. There you go. That looked good. Fuck, that one looked good. Son of a bitch. I don't know what it's called. I don't know what that's called. But that one is fucking dope. Let's see if I can do it again. No. I'm just... Fuck. Could anyone tell me the name of the color change you were looking for? You know, I didn't... Hold on, let me see if I can do this. Shit, I fucked it up. I don't know, but the color change that Marlowe... Is that the impulse change? Okay, there you go. That's the name. I think it's the impulse change now that I remember. But the one that Marlowe had was he held the card like this, and then it just changed at his fucking hand, just like this. I don't know if it's based on this sort of color change. That one. There you go. I wonder how he did that. I don't know if it's based on that color change, which I've never done well. It's like this bullshit one. I think that's from a Jeff McBride DVD. But I'm not entirely sure on this one. Do they have Carlos Juniors? No. Here they have fucking Checkers. That's what we have here. Creepy artist. I wish there was a fucking Carlos Jr. here. Did you see the new Tony Chan color change? No. I don't typically follow the color change scene. I don't... That's fucking funny. Is Sean Farquhar a top 10 magician in the world that's probably alive? I haven't seen enough of Sean Farquhar to make that distinction. But, you know, someone like Juan Tamariz is on there for me. Someone like David Copperfield in just terms of what he's done. David Blaine for what he's done for Street Magic. Someone like Paul Harris for just his mindset when it comes to creativity. You know, I would have said Michael Marr, obviously. Someone like Greg Wilson. I think that's 6 that I've named. John Rockerbomber, you know, kind of has to go there. I would say Dave Solomon. 2 more. Fuck. Jabrizi, you cunt. I'm trying to think of 2 more here that are just amazing in terms of just ingenuity and... Oh, shit. Fuck, you know? It's just so hard. It's really fucking hard. But I'm not up with the color change scene. Let me make sure here. Never had. Booyah. All right. Somebody asked me here. Sankey. That's funny. You know, Sankey I would actually consider in the top. I would really do that. I would consider Sankey on top there. Just in terms of his prolific library in Magic. Jeff McBride, another one. Eugene Berger would have been on there. Oh, you're not going to show us your second deal? My second deal is not good enough yet here to show on camera, which is why I haven't done a trick necessarily with the second deal. That doesn't involve a fucking risk, like whatever this is called. When you do this to hide the move. So yeah, my second deal is not good. It's passable in performance. 16 years and no second deal. I know. I do have a second deal. It's passable in performance. But necktie. There you go. Thank you. But it's not passable on camera. It is not passable on camera. So that's why I haven't done any tricks with it. I do have a lot of ideas with the second deal. You know, to be honest, I do have a lot of ideas with it. I do have a lot of different tricks that do work better with a second deal. It is passable in performance with a necktie. You know, with a little bit of a, hey man, hey. But it's not anything that I would, you know, it's not anything that I would, like, it's from this action. That's sort of my second deal. It's not I don't do the push. I do the this one, whatever that one is called. Argue. So yeah, let me see here. Is age really a number? White boy the first. That's fucking funny. That's a starter pack. Look up age is but a number starter pack, and you're gonna see a bunch of memes on that about people that are like, oh, but age is but a number. Okay, that's how you do 25 to life, you dumbass. Let me see. Any good resources for mental card magic? Yeah. I would say anything by Animan is great. Animan's basic magic, his basic mentalism series is phenomenal. There's one by I would say 13 steps, but that's a little bit, you need to have a good foundation, I think, before you hit 13 steps, because then that's when it's going to be the most. Let me see. But yeah, anything by Animan is a great resource. I know Richard Osterlund recently has come out with a bunch of DVDs touching upon Animan and stuff. I would say look at those two. Those were really good in terms of seeing what they look like visually. Because a lot of the times, mentalism books, they're kind of the worst ones to represent in person in terms of going through it and then trying to interpret how that's going to look in person. There was a great trick I remember that I read called Turville. It's not Orville Meyer. It might be Orville Meyer. I might be right. Let me see if I'm fucking right. If I'm right, I deserve a fucking hand job for getting that. Turville, Orville Meyer. If I'm fucking right. Oh, yeah, I'm a fucking legend here. Yeah, I think it's Orville Meyer. There's a great trick called Turville, right? I remember reading it when I was younger and not understanding it, and then seeing Richard Osterlund perform it years ago, and then seeing the power of that trick. It's so good. Basically, I mean, I'll say what it is. It's fucking good. You write a prediction down, right, on a billet. You fold it up and you give it to a spectator. Then you have another spectator. Let's say you point at a spectator, name any color, right? They name a color and you write it down. You go, okay, let's just verify here. Then you say, name any country. They name a country. And then name any word. They name a word, right? Just to verify. You fold this up, hand it to the spectator and go, okay, so you've held this on. You've held this prediction from the start. I haven't touched it. Can you do me a favor and read what it says? And they read it. It says the color, it says the country, and it says the word every time. Such a good fucking trick. God damn it. The way to do it is the ballsiest shit ever, because this person is reading what you've written here is pretty much reading what you've written down with this person. Usually you don't write it down. Usually you have somebody else write it down for you, the different things. So you have somebody write a color, you have somebody write a word, and you have somebody write a country. So this person thinks that your prediction is what these people have written. It's a great fucking trick. But I wouldn't have ever gotten that if it wasn't for looking up something like Richard Osterlund's thing. But that's a fucking good one. That's a really, really good one. Let me do this here, make sure everything's good. Shit. I know this is riveting. Got him. Okay. Kind of like Name and Place by Bob Cassidy. Yeah, but that's even more devious. Well, actually, no. I would say Turville is really devious because this person is look at this fucking bend on this motherfucker from doing that color change. I would say Turville is more devious because they're reading the prediction as if you wrote it. That literally this person, it's ballsy as fuck. But I like Name and Place because there's no heat. There's no fucking heat. Bob Cassidy, yeah, he's another one that passed away last year, unfortunately. Name and Place is one of the greatest fucking mentalism routines of all fucking time. It is so good. It is so fucking good. You have somebody write down a name on a card. Somebody writes down a place. They mix up the cards, right? And then you tear up whichever one they don't want. And then you read, right? You read supposedly the one that they left. You go, oh, okay, so this one is the name. Sir, you think of the name. Say it over and over in your head. Yada, yada, yada. Is it Crystal? Yeah? Is your wife a stripper? Okay. I'll tell you what, I'll name the place as well. You, sir, think of the place. You tore it up, right? There's no way I could know it. Is it France? And then, of course, you're right every time. So good. So fucking good. God, yeah, and there's no heat on it. Usually it's a move that there's so much heat on. There's no heat on it because you're doing it in a way that makes sense. I fucking hate him. I hate Bob Cassidy so much because for that fucking idea. God damn it. So good. But yeah, Satchel, look him up. He's a fucking legend. Do I like Pop Hayden? Again, I haven't seen enough of Pop Hayden to make a reason. I've only seen his stuff on like the what do you call this? The Castle. I've only seen like his Castle acts and stuff, but I don't know enough of him. Again, I barely know any magicians, which is kind of a shame. I would like to know more, but just based on what I've seen, I think that he's a very competent performer. He's very good at what he does, but I haven't seen enough of him. You haven't seen enough These Nuts. These Nuts. These Nuts. Who's These Nuts? There you go. That's a gay meme. I got Cypher Suckage. No, Cypher is really good. Cypher is really, really fucking good. I have it in my wallet. I have it stuck to a blank business card. It's fucking great. There are better methods though, and it does suck in the sense that the reading you can't get the reading through more than like 2 cards, right? So let's say they write like whatever the fuck on this card, it's gonna barely be legible on the card that needs to be legible, which kind of sucks. But I really like Cypher just based on the creativity that you could have. So you could put it in a post-it pack, you could put it on blank, business cards. But I really like Cypher. Impress my friends with your tricks. Thank you so much. Damn, dog, I appreciate that. I'm really glad my tricks are my fucking babies. Some of the fucking babies that I've come up with are being used. Suggestion video, dissing late night talk show magic. That's a good one. That's a really good one. I remember there was a fucking series by David Letterman. He did a trick of he had a week of magic on his show. And I've mentioned this before. It was cancer. It was cancer apart from Mike Omar. And nothing on the magicians that performed, because you had amazing magicians performing there. You had John Carney. You had really good fucking magicians. But the problem is that they fucked them on the angle. So you had John Carney loading in an orange in a chop cup, and the camera caught it just there. Even though, they could have changed camera angles, but no, they changed camera angles right there so you could see exactly when he loaded it. And they didn't have a table. Johnny Carson did it right. Johnny Carson would be so fucking good because he would literally have a table set up on the stage. He'd have one person here, and he'd have the magician perform. Look up Michael Amar on Johnny Thompson, and you'll be able to Johnny Thompson. On Johnny Carson. See Michael Maher and Johnny Carson, and you're going to see the way magic should be fucking done on TV, right? It should be fucking done. Yeah, and Johnny Carson was an amateur magician, so he had a respect for it. David Letterman does not give a fuck about magic. So you see that the only person on that week that went on that did it well was Michael Maher, because Michael Maher did tricks that he could do sitting down in a chair, leaning back casually. Fucking everybody else did tricks meant for a table, hunched over, and they just looked uncomfortable. So I fucking hate that. But that was just such a shitty thing. David Letterman, yeah, he's a really shitty spectator when it comes to tricks. I think he's under the mentality that magic is kind of an easy way into show business, which is such a fucking 60s mentality to have. Like, how is magic an easy way into show business? Anymore, that's not relevant. So when he was on a show, when he did that, he just shat on magicians every time. It's the fucking worst. Kendall, that's on Patreon. Can you do an ACAN tutorial on this live stream? Somebody said the ACAN, Patreon ACAN is hot. Yeah, that one is, if that's the one that's the Barry Richardson style one, right? Because I have a couple different ones. I think the ACAN on this channel is a really, really good one. I'm going to put up an open prediction on Patreon soon enough that I think a lot of people are going to like if you guys, enjoy open predictions. So I'm going to put one on there that I hope you guys really, really enjoy. But the one that I'm going to put up, it's the spectators hold on to the deck. You know, they spread the cards towards you, right, to make sure that your prediction is in there. It's kind of a closed open prediction because they deal the cards like this. You know, they stop whenever they want. They deal that card face down. And then at that point, you take the deck back and you're able to, you know, predict accurately. Or have predicted the card ahead of time, pretty much. So I'm going to put that on. It's going to make sense when the video's up. But I'm going to put that soon enough on Patreon. You could kind of use the method for any card at any number, I guess. But that's something that's kind of hotness. I saw Ramsey's video about it, but I want others. I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know what you're talking about, Doc. Pig Cake Black Friday Patreon sale. That's funny. Is Black Friday this Friday? I fucking even forgot that shit. Isabella Starr from Peter Turner's Freeform Mentalism is the single greatest mentalism effect I've ever bought. You know, I really enjoy Peter Turner. I really enjoy the way he approaches mentalism, but I think that it's best for someone like him. So it's pretty much mentalism meant for him, which makes sense because he's the one coming up with the methods. He has a lot of ideas that you could incorporate to other sort of like, you know, classical mentalism routines. But for the most part, I think it's a shame that he came out with his material. He's one of these magicians that I don't think should have come out with shit. You know, he should have either kept it really, really private and sold it to like, you know, exclusively, or you know, just worked as a consultant, because I feel like you're going to have a bunch of Peter Turner clones and no one is going to do it as well as he does. So, you know, his stuff is amazing for him, but I can never do Isabella Starr. Like, I can't do that. He has 1,000 outs to everything he does. Yeah, but it's he's such a clever thinker when it comes to his outs and how he approaches shit. So I always kind of, you know, appreciate the way he thinks about stuff. But at the same time, again, I think that his mentalism and the way he approaches it is meant for him and him alone. Oh, hecklers. Okay. You know, I think I've mentioned this before. Hecklers is, you know, usually hecklers is something that you started, right? So when, you know, you have to think about what you're saying in terms of what did you say to create a heckler. Usually it's something as a result of a challenge, because most people are nice, decent people. Most people aren't going to fucking fuck with you unless you've said something to fuck with them. There's going to be a lot of people that, you know, okay, there's going to be some people that are dicks, just dicks by nature. But, you know, you have to think about what you said that made somebody heckle, or made somebody call out, or made somebody do something that they weren't supposed to do. So you have to think about it in that sense. And I think the word heckler is usually, you know, restricted to people that, for example, give you a hard time, right? Somebody mentioned earlier, what's my opinion on spelling tricks? This is going to tie into that. And I'll give you an example, a perfect example. Somebody might consider a heckler, let's say you're doing a spelling trick, right? And that requires the spectator to deal one card for each letter of whatever word they're thinking of, or a name, or the card itself. That's a really weird instruction to give a spectator, right? I want you to deal, okay, think of a word. You're thinking of a word. I want you to deal the cards for the word, and then think of the card that you come to. You know, that's usually the way that instruction is given, and that's confusing. So you might have a spectator give you a hard time because of the lack of understanding of the instructions for the trick. So, you know, you have to think about what a heckler really is. A heckler to me is someone that intentionally and maliciously is trying to take attention away from you and the trick and put attention on themselves at your expense. That's what I would consider to be a heckler. So you kind of have to think about what did you say to make somebody either think that they're heckling, or, you know, somebody kind of do something that they're not supposed to. So I think clarity helps out a lot, and try not to challenge people, you know, so try not to challenge somebody. That might be someone, or a way that prevents that. Fuck hecklers. If someone's heckling you, then stop doing magic for douche high school kids that make out with their girlfriends in the hallway all day. I agree, but at the same time, I think there's an interpretation of heckling that it's too broad. People tend to think that heckling is anything or anyone that is it's just doing something incorrect when it comes to a trick or even a stand-up set or anything like that. So, you just have to think about what you said and be a little bit more clear and think, what did you say to potentially create that heckler? Conan is another difficult spectator. Yeah, but I think Conan does it because Conan is... You know what? Yeah, you're right. I'm gonna defend Conan because I like Conan and I don't like Letterman. But yeah, you're right. Conan's a piece of shit when it comes to magic. Can we make out? Depends. I don't know. You might be a little bit far away. If you won the lottery, what would you do with the money? Invest it. I'm not a retard. I would, set aside, obviously a significant chunk of that money, invest it, and save. I'm not gonna be one of these retards. Or I wouldn't be one of these retards that is like, hey, what did you get with your lottery money? I got 14 Lamborghinis and I got a new house that I'm not going to be able to pay the taxes for, the fucking, the homeowner's tax. I'm not going to be able to pay for it in 2 months. But I got it now, right? So I could take a picture on Instagram. That's fucking retarded. So, I'd be a little bit more intelligent with that. So definitely invest, especially into something like Bitcoin. I'd fucking, get in there ham. Let's see. Somebody said, fuck, hold up. I hate to be a normie, but Chris Ramsey has a good video on hecklers. Yeah, he does. Yeah, he really does. I saw bits and pieces of it, but, obviously, he's a very intelligent magician, so he's going to come from a place of intelligence and of reason and of thought. So yes, he, from what I saw, it was really, really good. Somebody else said something. Read my fucking mind. Ooh, I forgot. Speaking of Peter Turner has a really good line for when somebody says, "What am I thinking of?" Oh, shit. Does anybody know that line? What he says? I don't think I could say it because I think that it's in a purchased product that he has. But he has a fucking amazing fucking line. He has an amazing fucking line for when somebody says, "What am I thinking of?" That I think you just put him down. $1 million in the bank on a 6% interest. You're making $60K a year for doing nothing. Yeah, there you go. Nah. It doesn't make sense that you have pretty much, I forgot reading the percentage, but I think it's 70 to 80% of people that win the lottery, they decide to, or they're bankrupt in less than a year. I think that might be a little bit exaggerating, but it's somewhere near those numbers. So it's kind of crazy that they're not like, hey, let me set aside exactly 1 million of these dollars as backup. Just to be able to fucking, make some money off the top, scrape some money off the top. They're just like, no, I'm going to splurge on everything. I'm going to buy things that I didn't have before. And I'm going to be very fucking unintelligent when it comes to my spending. It's stupid. It's fucking stupid. There's a 30 for 30 players. Yeah, exactly. But you have people that are intelligent and they invest their money early on. I think Shaquille O'Neal, right, is one that he decided to invest in a lot of things. I don't know if Penny Hardaway. No, I might be wrong on him. Or the other Hardaway. He also might have done the same where they invest. And they're thinking ahead of time of what's gonna happen when they retire, as opposed to like, yeah, I'm gonna what's this guy's name? Lil Pump, fucking retard, 17-year-old, right? Fucking 17-year-old. That guy's gonna be either dead or bankrupt in 5 years. I'm putting a prediction right now. He's gonna be dead or bankrupt in 5 years, unfortunately. Unless it's a character. To be honest, if it's a character, he's a genius. It's a fucking genius, but Hey, Big Cake, how's it going? Hey, that's pretty good. That's an iDubbbz meme. Shout takes fucking commercial deal. Yeah, Shaq. Yeah, he's smart about it. Even if it makes him look washed up, he's making money off of those fucking ads. He's fucking making money off of that motherfucker. So it doesn't make any sense why the fuck. I forgot the other percentage of people that end up dead after winning the lottery because they just spend it on blow. God, is it really that hard to invest? How are you not at 50K yet? You know, I wonder that myself. I really do. Not to be full of shit. But I think my content's good. You know, I enjoy my content. I enjoy that I'm able to watch my videos after they're posted. You know, I have like this habit of like 2 months later looking at old videos. I enjoy them. You know, they're not like I'm not fucking dying. I'm watching my videos and fucking laughing at my own shit. You know, enjoying the tutorials. So I think that I'm doing at least a little bit well in that. So I always wonder as to why, you know, I'm not in a better position that I'm at in terms of like sub counts and shit. But, you know, once you kind of get into that rabbit hole, then you're fucking, you're going to be negative about everything. So, but I'm just going to keep doing what I'm doing, and then I guess it'll come with time. Oh, no, Lil Peep died, not Lil Pump. Yeah, Lil Peep died. Lil Pump's still alive and shooting guns out fucking windows. Let's get it? Is that what he said? Let's get it? Fucking retard. God damn it. He's going to end up so fucking dead. Let me see. If you didn't earn the money, you would have a larger chance of wasting it because you think, I wouldn't have this money anyway, so let's spend it. That's, yeah, you're 100% right. But still, you know, you'd think that you'd be at least a little bit intelligent when you're like, hey, you know what? I didn't have $100 million in the bank yesterday. I want to make sure that I have this money as long as possible. So let me do things to prolong this money as opposed to buying 14 cars and a house that I'm not going to be able to pay for and a boat. A fucking boat, dog. You should be at 100K. You know, I keep saying share. You know, I think that the thing that you guys could do to kind of help out the most is to share the videos on Reddit. Share on Twitter, share on Instagram, share on Facebook. I think Reddit is kind of the best way, you know, to get one of the videos on our videos. But, you know, that's going to be that. And obviously, you know, it's funny. It's like, hey, but if you have 100K, you're going to be a fucking snob and you're not going to be able to have these things. You know, I always wonder why it is that on these, whenever people interact with me, they're like, dude, you answered back. What the fuck? I'm like, yeah, I'm a person. I'm a regular person. I just make videos. And I happen to have a little bit of people that end up watching them. Like, I'm not fucking anything special. So, you know, I always find that a little bit interesting when people are like, dude, what the fuck, man? Why'd you answer back? That's weird. You fucking messaged me back. I can't believe that. Yeah, I'm a person. I'm not a piece of shit. So, you know, but definitely sharing would help out because I do want the channel to grow. So, you know, there you go. Let me see. Name a teacher that you hated. I can't, unfortunately. Her initials are VD. VD. Fucking cunt. What a fucking cunt. She made me cry in front of the entire 4th grade class. This bitch. If I ever see her in person, I'm going to call her cunt to her face. I don't give a fuck. Because this lady, I remember when I was younger, my mom would take me to school late every fucking day. Even though we lived 2 blocks from the school. She would take me late every fucking day. Which I find very funny. So one day, I knew that this lady was going to scream at me. So I told my mom to come up with me. To drop me off in the class. So she takes me to the room. And she goes, here, I'm dropping you off just like you wanted. I'm like, oh, you bitch. Why would you say that? Why would you fucking say that? So then like an hour and a half into class, mind you, I'm a 4th grader at this point. I'm a small pig cunt. So an hour and a half into fucking class, this bitch calls me up and she goes, hey, Piggy, come up here. What was that your mom said about you dropping you off like you wanted? Were you afraid that I was going to say something, huh? Are you afraid of me? You know, all this shit. And she pretty much broke down. How old is a 4th grader? Like you're 8 years old? This bitch was fucking chewing me out as a fucking 8-year-old just because I told my mom to bring me to class because I'm literally afraid of this cunt. Like, is that really... You're going to talk me down because of that? Like, you fucking bitch. And, of course, me being a cunt, 4th grade cunt, I didn't know anything back then. So I just started bawling my eyes out like a bitch. So now, obviously, if I had my mentality now, I'd be like, you can't talk to me that way. You fucking underpaid bitch. Like, what are you doing? Like, are you trying to overcompensate by something in your life by fucking talking down a 4th grader? What's wrong with you? Let's talk about what's wrong with you. I came late. Yeah, so what? It's not my fault. I'm in 4th grade, bitch. I don't drive here. Are you fucking retarded? Do you not understand that logic? I don't drive here, you dumb cunt. Does that not, like, I don't understand that mentality of, I'm in elementary school and you're going to bitch at me for being late to school. Hi, yeah, I don't have a driver's license. I can't make sperm yet, you dumb bitch. What makes you think that I can't, it's not up to me to show up to school early. If I'm late, be glad that I'm here. Be glad that I'm not fucking sucking dick in a fucking corner, you bitch. So obviously that's what I would have said now if I was, in my mindset, current mindset with a 4th grader's body. But back then I said something like, I'm sorry. I said something like that and I started crying like a bitch. That was a fun time. But I think that's kind of the mentality, right? You're not gonna think logically when you're in 4th grade. You're not gonna be like, wait a second, why the fuck are you bitching at me? It's not up to me. But yeah, that's funny as shit, right? So that I remember. That bitch was my least favorite fucking teacher. YouTube, every pig's favorite mode of therapy. That's fucking funny. No, somebody asked who's my least favorite teacher, and I kind of went off on that bitch. Her initials VD. What is the teacher's lounge atmosphere like? I never went in there. I barely went in there. I fucking hated that. Why would anybody be around other teachers? I honestly, man, I feel like every single little profession that I've been to, I fucking, like, magicians, I don't want to say that I hate magicians, but, I think there are more magicians doing it wrong than magicians doing it right. And the ones that do it right stand out because there's a sea of people doing it wrong. And I would consider myself one that is doing it, wrong. I wouldn't necessarily consider myself doing it crazy, right? But I'm leaning more on the right side than on the wrong side, I think. But, even as a teacher, I fucking hate teachers. I fucking detest teachers. So, it's funny. It kind of translates to everywhere. That I've been at. What's the most overused slight you're sick of seeing over and over again? Shit. Oh, snap change. After seeing Now You See Me, the fucking snap change. The balls on fucking Eisenberg to do a fucking snap change to this guy on this fucking thing. The camera's right here and he goes, hey, is that your card now? Is that your card now? I wonder how he did that. And it's the only slight that he does. I'm like, you couldn't have a fucking movie? Yeah, you're doing a movie on magic. You couldn't have fucking taken the time to learn a little bit of the lore and fucking history and a little bit of the craft of magic, you fucking snap change cunt. You hate teachers, but you teach us, so you hate yourself? Exhibit? Is this an exhibit meme? I just hate teachers, man. I hate fucking teachers, in general. I really do. I think that if you give me a crowd of people, I have one superpower in my life, and that's you could put me in a room of people and I will point out who's a teacher. I could point out exactly who's a teacher. They have a certain look to them. They have a certain, it's the same with magicians. I mean, you put me in a room with 100 different people, I could point out exactly who's a magician. There's a certain fucking look that they have, which I'm like, why do you look like that? Just be normal. You're trying to be something you're not, Like a teacher, they try to be a teacher. They put themselves in that teacher thing. They say the same things. They do the same things. And it's like, dude, just fucking be a normal person. We're all people at the end of the day. We're all humans. So why not act like a fucking basic human? Magicians, and again, magicians might be cheating because they're the ones in the room doing this. They're the ones in the room doing this, looking around, making sure if somebody's looking at them, right? They're the ones dressed in all black. The fucking same mustache goatee look, right? They're the ones doing this shit. I'm a teacher. I used to be a teacher, cunt. So I know. If anyone would know, it's me. They're the ones doing this, looking around to see if anybody's looking, right? To try to get attention. That's fucking... So magicians are easy to point out in a room. Teachers are a little bit harder, but I know what to look for. I know the fucking signs of a fucking teacher. So I find that interesting. The only interesting thing about the sequel is the scene where they throw the cards around, and even then it goes on too long. Fucking A. I'm already dying just listening to the scene. However the fuck, whatever happens in that fucking scene. Now I'm playing. I just want to get your reaction. That's funny. Can you teach something you've created here on your channel? Yeah, let me look through. Again, my memory is the worst. I'm going to have a video in particular about taking notes for magic tricks. I'm going to have an entire video dedicated to that, and like apps and shit that you use as magicians. I'm going to have a video for that. I shouldn't have said that because now watch somebody comes out with a video in the next fucking couple days. Oh, here are the apps that I use as a magician. Watch, I guarantee you it's going to happen. But I'm going to come out with a video. Yeah, I'm saying it here first, all right? I'm going to upload this fucking video. So it's here, November 16th. What apps to use as a fucking magician. But yeah, I'm going to do that because I think that a lot of my issues is memory. So when it comes to like, hey, can you do a trick from your channel? I'm like, yeah, let me try to look up my notes to fucking see because my memory is shit. Let me see. Let me fucking see here. If I could show you something that I've touched on. There's a lot of videos here that I've actually haven't uploaded yet. You guys are going to enjoy a lot of these, I think. I hope. But yeah, there's a couple ones here that are particularly good. Let me go through here and see if there's any tricks that I've are good. You know, this one, 2-for-1 trick is a good trick. I'm not going to suck my own dick there. But that trick had a lot of different iterations. So is the vanishing card trick. Fuck. Let me look through my actual notes here and see. I know this is riveting, but let me fucking look this shit up here and see if I find any hotness. I have a spelling trick here that I haven't done yet on the channel. Ooh, crystalline. This is a really good trick. This is really fucking good. Oof. I don't even know if to put that up. But let me look. I use Evernote religiously, and Evernote is kind of the one that helps me out a lot in terms of. Oh, this one's really good, Jacula. So Jacula is one that I put out recently called, I think, Gay Vampires or Happy Vampires. That's amazing. This one is. Oh, let me take out the jacks. This is kind of a self-working trick, but I really enjoy it just for the patter sake of it. Aldo Colombini is one of my favorite fucking magicians, and it's a shame that he passed away. Jacula. Yeah, the trick is called Jacula. It was written up in Aldo Colombini's Impromptu Card Magic, right? It was written up there. It's called Jacula, the way it was written up. But the way I have it kind of done is Gay Vampires. All right, I call it a Gay Vampires trick. The way he did it was with, he did the down under deal, right? I fucking hate the down under deal. For those of you guys that don't know what it is, it's this move. The only way I like it is when you're doing the justification of, does he like me? He doesn't like me. He likes me. He doesn't like me. He doesn't like me. He likes me. Like that sort of thing. Like you're using it like a flower petal, like the petals of a flower. That's the only way that I like it. But I came up with a different way of doing the same trick just by doing this sort of thing. This sort of thing, right? So this trick is great because you're able to do pretty much a really kind of, you know, you could kind of turn it however you want, but it's pretty much self-working. So, you know, you have 3 packets of 3, whatever. You have the spectator mix up whichever pile they want, and they you know, cut off however many fucking cards they want. In this case is going to be, they memorize the 4 of clubs. They put that there, they put that there, and they put that there. Because of the clever free cut principle, that card is always going to be, that's right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 from the top. So for this particular trick, you're going to have to displace 1 card from the top to the bottom, right? So after you do that free cut principle, which is another fucking beautiful principle in Magic, that free cut is very fucking underrated. So one more time, let's say you have them, you know, fucking mix up whichever they fucking want. They lift up however many they want. In this case, it's going to be 2. They say, okay, so this is a 5 of spades. They put that on whichever pile they want. They bury that, supposedly. You're going to say that you're going to use these cards right here to find their card, these Gay Vampires. So you put one on top and one on bottom. And you pretty much do the out and in Pharaoh. Once you do these, a certain amount of times, you're going to see that now when you do it, there's going to be 4 cards between the kings, right? Which is kind of interesting. If you do it again, there's going to be more cards between the kings, which is a good pattern point because, you know, it goes from, oh, the kings are going to narrow down the specific cards, right? They're going to narrow them down. And then the next time you do it, there's fucking more cards because they got distracted at the gay club. So then you do the move again. And this time there should be 3, if my memory is correct. There should be just 3. Yeah, there you go. And now guess what? Where's the 5 of spades? Right here. The 5 of spades right there. So if you do the move one more time, you do this out jog move. This is such a good fucking trick. God damn it. I'm sucking my own dick, but that's really good. Now you're going to have it so that all these cards are out and you have 1 card between the 2 gay jokers or gay vampires, and that's the card that they picked in the beginning. It's such a good one. That's fucking really good. That's Happy Vampires, I think, on the channel. But who asked me to do a trick from the channel? Somebody asked me. Somebody fucking asked me. Oh, do a trick from your channel. Who asked me? Who asked me? Fuck. Yeah, I lost that channel. Oh, Ferdo. Yeah, there you go. So yeah, so it's really fucking good. It is really fucking good. And again, I'm sucking my own dick there. But, you know, I came up with this pretty much by elimination. I wanted to see if doing this little move, if doing this move would ever result in a card being between the kings. And I just did it until there was 1 card between the kings, right? So I just did that move until there was 1 card between the kings. And then I realized that it took 4 of these just for that card to get between the kings as it should be. And then the next step was to figure out which card in the pile, right? Which position is the one that ends up between the kings. And I found out that it was a 5th card. The way I did that is that I got all the cards in order, right? So ace, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, like that. I got the cards that corresponded to their position, and I did the move. And whichever position ended up between the kings, I knew was the position that I needed to control the card. So that's why I displaced 1 card. So that's pretty much how I came up with that trick. But yeah, that's a really good one. That's definitely a really good one. If you want more detailed explanation, look up Happy Vampires. Obviously, I couldn't call it Gay Vampires because it would get demonetized, and I don't want to suck dick on a street corner. So yeah, I had to call it Happy Vampires. The Happy Vampires trick. Lonzy, $2. Thank you, dog. I hope you enjoy that, dog. Yeah, that trick was hot. Yeah, I really hope you enjoyed that. And especially, you know, another point on creativity. The way I started off with this trick is obviously through Dracula by Aldo Colombini, right? That's where I started off with this trick. And from that premise, I thought of how can I do the same concept of having 1 card end up between the jacks or jokers or whatever without doing any work on my end, right? Like without doing any moves. So that's where I started creatively. I started at a problem. Then I came up with this little thing, you know, you out jog and in jog the cards. And then I had another problem as to trying to figure out what position in the stack is going to be the card that ends up between the kings, right? So what position is it going to be? And of course, the solution is by getting all the cards that correspond to the positions and then figuring out that way. So, you know, that's kind of a point on creativity is that you want to usually start with a problem, right? You want to have an effect. So a problem I would consider to be an effect. What do you want to do? You want to have a card end up at any number, right? So what do? You have to touch the deck at some point. When do you touch the deck? When they're not paying attention. How do you make them not paying attention? You distract them. How do you distract them? Oh, maybe you call attention to something else, right? So, you know, you find solutions for those problems, but you're not going to come up with anything by just copying other people. You're going to have to think of unique effects, and then that's when you kind of fill in the blanks yourself. So, for example, Bowser's Cold. I'll give him a little bit of a tug there. But if you have, for example, a problem, let's just think arbitrarily open prediction, right? For those of you guys that don't know what the open prediction is, you make an open prediction. You say 8 of spades, and you know the spectator deals the cards just like this. They stop whenever it is that they want. When they stop dealing, that's funny. How fucking crazy is that? I was about to stop dealing right fucking here. Son of a bitch. And that's the 8 of spades. But assuming that, you know, this card would be somewhere, you want to do it hands off, right? So the effect is that you want the spectators to be able to deal the cards, stop whenever they want, you make an open prediction, and then deal through the rest of the deck, and they don't see the 8 of spades anywhere there. then you want to be able to flip this card over, and that card ends up being the 8 of spades, right? So that's the problem. That's the effect. How do you accomplish that? Well, then you could think of where the different spots are that you can incorporate mixed direction, different spots where you can incorporate different subtleties to make that effect seem like it happened. You get me? So you started a problem, you started an effect, and from there you kind of work your way to find solutions based on what you're available, what's given. The givens are that there's a deck. You know, the givens are that you're going to have to touch it at some point. So the question is, when do you touch it? What do you say when you touch it? How does that sound? It's got dirty all of a sudden. So yeah, so that's just the way I approach problems. So, you know, I hope that helped out some of you guys. I really do. Because that's just the way I approach kind of creativity and you know, coming up with tricks. So I really hope that helped some of you guys out. Jordan Peterson makes $70,000 a month on his Patreon. I would suck a dick for a fraction of that. I would suck a dick on camera for a fraction of that. So he's making $70,000. That's not including dates, like you know, bookings that he has. $70,000. What the fuck? That's nuts. What the fuck? Yeah, so, you know, I would fucking, holy shit. That is fucking nuts. I mean, I think my Patreon is good. It's fine. The goal that I've always had there is $500 a month, which, I mean, it's like the starting goal. But my ultimate goal with Patreon would be to not have to monetize my videos. I think that's the ultimate goal that I have with Patreon. I even mentioned that on the thing. I hate fucking monetizing YouTube, and I don't think that it's even worth it, honestly. I mean, obviously now, yeah, it's you know, it's a nice little helper, but my goal with that is to be able to just kind of rely on Patreon and not have to rely on YouTube, because YouTube is so inconsistent. So it's kind of a shame in that sense. Is it really the 11th card? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Ooh, you cunt. Yeah, you're right. So yeah, so definitely, that's nuts. $70K a month. Jesus. That's fucking nuts. What's Patreon? What is Patreon? Patreon is like a website where you could pay to support your favorite content creators. And I just happen to have one. Just because. So yeah, so that's nuts. That is really fucking nuts. The first card, you a cunt. But is it? But is it? But is it? Just got to know who. Yeah, he has 6,300 patrons. That's fucking crazy, dude. That is fucking nuts. You know, he's a smart guy. I would think he deserves it, I guess. But, shit. You know, he gets paid, like, on Patreon. It's fucking nuts. I mean, isn't he charging like $10 for a reading? For like a personality test, I think. Have you reached your 500 a month goal for Patreon? No, but I'm close. I think it's 330 now. It's like somewhere at 330, which is kind of dope. You know, again, I didn't even expect $10. So yeah, but you know, fucking nuts. But Jordan Peterson is definitely one that he's a very intelligent guy. He has kind of a good outlook in terms of life, and he's a psychology guy. So that's always a good thing. But yeah, I don't know. My goal is to not have to fucking rely on YouTube. Patreon is a good option. So eventually, hopefully, can kind of build that motherfucker up. If you don't monetize your videos and build up a fan base, Patreon can do wonders. Yeah, you're 100% right. But just, you know, the goal is to kind of, because ads suck, you know, ads really suck, and they take away from the video. I do have a couple ideas to work with ads creatively in videos that you guys are going to see in upcoming videos. But it sucks to have to put ads on videos. It really does. And I think it takes away from the video, especially on, for example, when you're trying to follow along with the video, right? So imagine you're following along the video, and I know this has happened, you know, to people that watch my shit, but I have to, you know. So, you know, you're watching the video, you're following along. It's like, oh, okay, so control the card to the top. And then here, there's a fucking ad. You know, so that kind of throws you off a lot. So unfortunately, It sucks, but you know that's kind of how I'm making this all work now through those ads. But eventually, the goal is to be able to not have ads on my fucking video at all. Is to just work with Patreon, work through Patreon, and not have ads on my videos. You're Mexican if you have an M on your palm. I have an M on my palm? I don't have an M on my palm. I don't think I have an M on my palm. I would rather spend 10 a month on Patreon so you don't need to use ads than use YouTube Red, cunt. That's funny. Well, YouTube Red is another one that's kind of fucking weird. YouTube Red, I mean, they do have music, right, available with that, which is kind of dope. It's a good offer. It doesn't compare to anything to like Amazon. Amazon is giving you way too much for what you pay a year for them. But, you know, YouTube Red is kind of shit because I had the trial for YouTube Red and I still got ads. I still got fucking ads. I'm like, is this the trial that I'm getting fucking ads in the trial? Amazon, you get Amazon Music included with Prime. You get the shipping included with Prime. You get Amazon Video included with it. You get, I think, discounts in certain places. I think they give you a Twitch thing every once in a while. Tips on, what do you call this? Oh, the back palm. You know, I don't really have a lot of tips on the back palm. I really don't. That's funny. I have ad block, so I don't see any ads on YouTube. Sorry, Piggy, but every time I find your live streams, I cannot fucking close it because you are awesome. That's really funny. Yeah, but what do you call this? I don't have a lot of tips on the back palmer. I don't. You know, that's something that I spent a lot of time on when I was younger, just because. So I haven't spent a lot of time practicing it since. So I really can't give you any tips. Have you listened to Joe Rogan's podcast? Yeah, I fucking love Joe Rogan. I listen to a couple of different podcasts. I have an app called Pocket Casts on Android, which is fucking phenomenal. I'll tell you the podcast that I listen to. I'll tell you what. I'll tell you that right now. Hey, Piggy, if you're using ad blocker, does that cut into revenue? Yeah, it does. It does because if you're not seeing the ads, that doesn't kind of help me out. But, you know, it's fucking stupid. You know, I am against YouTube monetization so much because it's not even like the amount of effort that you put for the videos and, you know, editing and filming and shooting and coming up with ideas is peanuts compared to the monetization you get. Which is why eventually I want to be able to just rely on Patreon, but that involves growing Patreon. So I'll tell you right now on Pocket Cast, the podcast that I listen to. Penn Sunday School is one. OSW Review. If you don't like wrestling, it doesn't matter if you fucking don't like wrestling. OSW Review is one of the greatest podcasts you could listen to. It will make you like wrestling. They review old wrestling pay-per-views. They're fucking phenomenal. So even if you don't like wrestling, they're good. Joe Rogan. I'm gonna out myself here. But Milo Yiannopoulos. I have Milo Yiannopoulos here. Jim Cornette, who's another wrestling guy. Rhett and Link is another one. And I also have one, this is kind of gay. Taking Note, which is an Evernote podcast. Right? Evernote. Why the fuck do I have an Evernote podcast? They have good ones from time to time, but those are the ones that I listen to. Then I also have one called Keeping It 100, which is another wrestling one. It's a wrestling one. Yeah, it's kind of gay. I like to listen to some wrestling podcasts. Milo is a cunt. Milo is a tremendous cunt. But yeah. 52 pickup. What would be your reaction if I donated 1,000? I'd probably suck your dick at that point. I think that would kind of have to be the response that I mean, at that point, I would have to kind of, you know, suck dick. Milo is a cunt. Funny enough, he had a thing down here where he announced that he was suing the company that wrote his book, and I went there just because I thought that it was going to be an interesting event, so I went there. I didn't get a picture with him, but my friend got a picture with him. He's a cunt, but I don't agree with a lot of the things that he says as well, but he's an interesting cunt to listen to. He's a really interesting cunt to listen to, just because, you know, he said it himself. He hopes that there aren't a lot of people like him, but people like him need to exist. You know, he said that himself, and I kind of agree with that. My only complaint is that Patreon loads like a bag of dick most of the time. Well, the videos are still uploaded on YouTube. They're just unlisted. So if you click on the little video, you should be able to click and look at the original YouTube video. I noticed that because it's kind of fucking weird that on the Patreon videos, I still get comments on YouTube. And people leaving comments on the actual YouTube as opposed to Patreon. I'm like, how the fuck are you? And then I realized, oh, you could just literally click on the bottom and it links you directly to the YouTube video. So yeah, so that's interesting. A gay Christian Republican, well, he's Catholic, who's okay with pedophilia. Well, that's the weird thing. He got in massive trouble for that whole thing because he said that his sexual experience when he was underage was beneficial to him. He didn't say that pedophilia was good in general. He just said that that thing was beneficial to him, which is fucked up. Don't get me wrong, but it's nuts. That's a little bit of a weird thing. Like, you know, oh yeah, so a sexual experience that I had with a priest was good for me. Like, all right, dude, you're kind of a weirdo. He's not all right. He's not all right. Alt-right is definitely way farther than Milo. You know, I think that's a perception, and it's also the perception that most Democrats are liberals, right? That's also the perception, and most Democrats aren't liberals. Liberals, you know, the leaning as far left as you could possibly be. That's not most, you know, at least in my experience, that's not most Democrats. Most Democrats are like, you know, fucking intelligent people, just as most Republicans are reasonable, intelligent people. Then you have people in the alt-right who are fucking crazy. You have liberals, crazy liberals who are fucking nuts, you know. So you have lunacy on both sides. But, you know, not to get political. I don't want to get political, god damn it. You guys are making me. You know, but it's kind of fucking, you kind of have to be balanced. You can't be leaning too far on either side. But most people are, you know, crazy to one side. You have fucking Antifa, fucking retards. Then you have alt-right who are fucking retards on the right. So you're going to have retards on both sides. But I think that you need to find a good middle ground. You really need to find a good middle ground and find a good balance between, you know, finding things that make sense to you, not just things that make sense to you because you are a, you know, Democrat or you're a Republican. It really doesn't fucking matter. I'm saying for the United States system. But are you against monetization if that's how you're making a living? I'm against the way they're doing monetization because, you know, honestly, I'm putting a lot of effort into videos. I'm putting a lot of effort, and it's not like correlational to me, at least. And it's kind of a shame just because I say the word cunt and fuck that my videos aren't being, you know, they're not kind of, it's not like I'm saying anything extremist. I'm not doing anything necessarily that's crazy in the videos. I just, you know, I don't fucking think that there's a necessity to. There's not a necessity to curb what I'm saying because that's how I am. I say words like that. So it's kind of a shame for that. But the thing is that I would hope that eventually I could not have ads on the YouTube videos altogether. That's kind of my goal. Would you stop cursing to make videos? You know, honestly, I'm not, that'd be weird, man. That'd be weird, because, you know, I think that part of it, like how I am, is the way I've done videos. So to change that, I wouldn't be happy. So I don't think I don't think that by stopping cursing I would make millions off of ad revenue. Like, I don't think so at all. I just think that it sucks that people or channels like this aren't seen as highly as channels by, I don't know, people that fit the YouTube mold. You know, you look at the Twitter and you're like, oh, okay, so this is who you push. You push people like this. You don't push people like, you know, you don't push people that are free-spoken. You push certain other people, which is kind of shitty, but, you know, that's the game. That's the fucking game, which kind of sucks. Honestly, you should shill your Patreon more. I think I shill my Patreon enough. 28,000 people donated $1 each. You'd be one happy pig. That'd be very true. On Patreon, I'm kind of shooting myself in the foot, honestly, because I do put stuff on Patreon that is. Do I like Lil Pump? Lil Pump's a fucking retard. I said it earlier in the stream. Like, Lil Pump is gonna end up dead or in jail or broke in 5 years. But I'm shitting myself on Patreon because all the tiers are the same thing, right? So the $1 tier all the way to the $50 tier are the same shit. You have access to the same videos from that all the way the same. The reason I have that is because I think that that's the least cunty thing to do, right? So, it's even though it's shooting myself in the foot, I rather have people kind of pay what they think I'm worth rather than forcing people on a certain, like, oh, if you pay $5 a month, then you have access to this. I rather have, the same access be to everyone, and you just pay what you think I'm worth. My hopes is that, a lot of people kind of just do the lowest tier. That's what I'm kind of banking on, that a lot of people would do the lowest tier. A lot of people do the lowest tier, as opposed to a few people doing the highest tiers. That's kind of what I'm kind of would be pushing on. But, there you go. So whoever said that, someone said something on that. But yeah, it's kind of shitting on me, but I think that that's the right way to do it. Hey, piggy cups and balls routine. I do have a couple touches on a cup and ball routine, right? I do have a couple, Gucci gang, fucking stupid. I have a couple touches on a cup and ball routine, doing like just an impromptu cup and ball. But that's a good idea. That's a good idea for a video. I'm sure I'll put that out soon. It's like more of an impromptu thing. It's not it's not really like a set piece. It's something that you do with like a sugar packet and a fucking cup. And then you do a nice load at the end. Get hashtag, oh boy. So that's kind of hot. How many $50 piggybackers do you have? One, surprisingly. One. That's kind of nuts. I have a lot of the ones. There's a couple 10s, a couple 20s. I'm obviously grateful to all of it, but my kind of pushing on that would be a lot of people to get one. A lot of people to get on that one thing. So, let me see some other hot shit. I don't mind the expletives. It adds to the authenticity. Well, it's not that I'm doing expletives on purpose. Like, it's not like, hey, I'm just saying fuck to say fuck. As a matter of fact, I think there's a channel that's copying me. That just says it just to say them. That's the way I talk, I guess. I'm a huge fan of free speech. I really am. So, I'm not going to tone back what I say, I guess. So there you go. And it's kind of interesting to see that because I don't think I've seen another kind of, YouTube magician or person that does that, which is kind of interesting. So I kind of innovated in the YouTube magic cursing scene. Okay, somebody said, let me read through these here. This fan base is that good. Yeah, I find it very interesting, this fan base, because the very specific sort of interest that you have to have. You have to have an interest in magic, number one. You have to have an interest in free speech, and you can't get offended. I personally don't get offended at anything. I really don't. You could call me whatever to my face. You can make fun of anything in my life. I don't give a fuck. So that kind of reflective in, I guess, the language that I use. So you kind of have to be, it's like a niche market. Imagine that. How fucking funny is that? You have to like magic, number one. You have to be a fan of free speech, and you can't get offended. That's sort of the market that I'm appealing to. So that market is the people that I fucking cater to, right? So that's kind of limiting on my end. Oh shit. I just got a hot by SCV431. This is the first time I ever donated in my life. Keep up the great work. You make my days. Thank you, dog. That is hot. I'm glad I did that. This I don't want to out you here, but I recently got a letter in the mail that was really, really nice. And you know, again, I already spoke to you on Twitter, but fuck, you know, that's fucking good. You know, even though I'm making stupid videos on YouTube, it's kind of nice that even through this bullshit, right? Even through this fucking bullshit, I'm able to kind of, you know, make people's day, I guess, make people kind of happier, make them laugh, you know. So that always makes me feel good in terms of, you know, making that, giving this stupidity value, right? That's kind of what I feel is kind of good. So the fact that, you know, I make your day, or, you know, there are people that watch my shit to make them laugh, and, you know, they watch my shit consistently, that's fucking great. That's fucking phenomenal. So I'm really happy at that. You know, I've already said it, I'm not gonna stop making videos anytime soon. You know, when I was making, because right now it's like I'm making like peanuts, right? I'm making peanuts. When I first started making videos, I was making less than peanuts, and I was still happily uploading videos. So even if I'm making fucking peanuts, I'm still gonna upload as much as I possibly can. Not out of like just anything other than wanting to contribute something, you know. So I want to contribute as much as I possibly can, you know, to the community, to Magic in general, and hopefully I've done that with this channel. So, you know. Somebody said something. Let me go through these shit. But thank you, SCV. Thank you. I really do appreciate that. Let me see if I've skipped on some hot commentary. Did you say penis? Did I say penis? I don't think I said penis. I'm new to your channel, True Magician. Ooh, shit. What videos would you recommend True Magician look at? Being new to my channel. The dumpster video is by far one of my favorite videos, because I was in a dumpster. There's a sperm joke. There's a Chris Angel joke. It's funny as fuck. I would say Treat Your Spectators Right. That's a good one. That's a good one. Oil and Gays. That's a good one. Black Lives Matter. That was a great one. I remember my favorite comment is like, "Oh, you would be so good without the misogyny." How stupid is that? Like, you'd be so good without the misogyny and without the fucking stupidity. Like that, yeah, but without the stuff, that wouldn't be me. So that's kind of funny. Ty Johnson, you fucking motherfucker. Ty Johnson, thank you so fucking much. You just edited your thing from 20 to 50. I don't know how I feel about that, man. I feel dirty. I feel very dirty. Very, very dirty. But I thank you. I thank you a lot for that. That is ridiculous, man. Sheesh. Let's see what my goal is at right now. My goal is at... Well, the goal is... Oh, man, yeah, this is fucking close as shit. It is fucking good shit. Yeah, it's 357. That is, you fucking motherfucker. You Ty John, you motherfucker, creepy artist. You piece of shit. Thank you, man. Thank you. That's fucking nuts. That is nuts. You fucking cunt. But yeah, the one... Okay, so wait, which one? Somebody said the autism test is good. The one about Jews hits close to home. That's really fucking funny. You know what? Let me read the comments on that video. Now that you mentioned it, let me read the commentary on that video and see what the hell I'm getting. What I'm getting you into, True Magician. Because, you know, a lot of people, the negative comments, again, are the ones that stand out, because believe it or not, there are less negative comments, so they stand out more. You would think there would be more negative comments, but there's actually way fucking less. Let me see if I could go through here and see the video that you guys are talking about. Which one? Let me see the Jew one. That one was kind of funny. Can't catch this, Jews. Let me look up Jews. You know, it's funny, that video is monetized. Motherfucker. How is that video monetized? I made so many fucking Jew jokes. God damn it. That video is monetized. How? How, YouTube? Okay, let's see the comments here. Let's see. Oh, you know what's fucked? You know what's actually fucked? I remember when I came out with that video on autism, I got a follower on Twitter that said, "Hey, thank you for bringing awareness to autism. I really appreciate any sort of awareness to this issue." I'm like, I don't think you watched my video. I don't think you watched my video. Okay, so let's see these. This is okay. So I see a quote here by James F. that says, "This is why I think you might be slightly retarded." I'm a Jew. I'm proud of it. By M. Kaz. Then Israel Benitez chimes in with, "Me too. Do a face reveal. Love the jokes you do. That's really funny." Lamau, anti-Semitic humor with magic, original, but I don't think Hollywood's ready. These comments are fucking great. Blink your little asshole. I guess that's something that I said. All right here. Dude, I like your video so far. Why'd you have to ruin it with all your Jew comments? I'm a Jew and proud. We're not all rich. That's because of anti-Semitism and Nazism, so please stop that. And then I responded, I think, with, "Oh, I'm a piece of shit. I'm a piece of shit." I responded with, "I'm proud of your firm belief," making fun of the fact that he misspelled the word pride. Proud, that he misspelled the word proud. Yeah, that kind of sucks. Whoops. Timothy Sullivan, are you watching? You also left a comment here. This is great. My math class is full of Jews and no one gives a shit about math, so I'm going to do this trick like tomorrow. This is fucked. Let me look up the autism video and see if that's fucking monetized. I can almost guarantee you it's fucking monetized. Make fun of autism, make profit. God fucking damn it. God. Oil and gays. For some reason, Jews is under oil and gays. I don't know why. Oh, shit. There you go. Blacks and whites, oils and gays, gays and Jews. You will learn the classic segregational card trick that many magicians do incorrectly. This is too much. Let me see if I could find this here. For some reason, I can't hear my audio. It always fucking does this. Okay. Hold on. Let me see this. I noticed a difference in your video editing. Okay, that's funny. Pig Cake for most underappreciated channel of 2016. I agree. Not to suck my own dick. Jacob Darrow, you said, if Pig Cake replies to this comment, I'll make his watch tan line disappear. And then I said, you baiting tactic worked. I'm funny. I gotta say I'm funny. But let me see if there's any negative comments here in terms of, I should just look up comments by things. Like I should just, like insults, I should just look up things here to see if anyone has left a comment on any of these videos. That's like, hey, I'm unsubscribed. Let me look up unsubscribe, unsub. Let me see if anybody has said, Max Timberwolf, you cunt. You said go back to the stream. You fucking cunt. I'm gonna like that. I'm gonna like that comment just for being so meta. Just for being so meta, you fucking cunt. Let me see. Oh, actually, funny enough, they're mostly from not having headphone warnings. Max, you cunt. Hold up. Have I ever eaten In-N-Out? No, I haven't, unfortunately. Let me see what people say about unsub. Actually, no, not a lot of people have said it about unsub. Insult. Let me just look up insult. Let's see if anybody said. Oh, right here. Got him. This person says, not a bad trick in reference to the intuition card trick. This person said, not a bad trick. Could have done without the homophobia, though. Of course, what does Pig Cake reply? Pig Cake replies, but then what's the point? He responds, you're one of those channels. Pig Cake responds with, you're one of those commenters. And Simification comes in here with the save. Simification with the save. Let's see what you said. You said, are we watching the same channel? I detect no homophobia. In fact, I'm fairly certain that in many videos, Pig Cake points out that these tricks can allow you to pick up men, women, or other. No judgment here. Now, if you're referring to your discomfort or mention of male genitalia or same-sex love, then you, my European friend, may just be homophobic. I'm going to like the shit out of that comment. I'm going to heart it and like it. Simification here with the win. You fucking killing the game. And then I ran out of phrases says the opening bit on how he uses the "you are gay" as an insult. Did I say that? Did I say that? This is the first time I see this. Dude, what? This is so fucking long. What the fuck? Okay, let me see what he said. When he said that I said gay. Okay, let me see. Okay. Do I use gay as an insult here? I don't think I use gay as an insult. Oh, okay.
Oh, hey, that's not...
Yeah, I did. Yeah, I did. I totally did that. I used gay as an insult. Got him. Got me. I mean, there goes my argument. I'm like, I didn't use gay as an insult. Yeah, I did. He might be right. Let's see. Then it comes back at 4:11 with a gay transition. Again, he feels the need to say it at 9:52. Nothing gay about wanting Marlo in a gay way. All disparaging remarks about being gay. Oh, this is kind of fucked. This is a little bit fucked. I haven't watched his other videos, but judging by his response to this comment, he's given me no reason to watch his other videos. Shit. Then this guy, Sorbaz Irokanshi, says, simification, he probably takes life too serious. And for referring to him as European, we Europeans are way more open-minded than you Americans. This turned into like USA versus Europe here. Will ever be. So him being from Europe has nothing to do with it. Too much love. Americans sound kind of hot. I was going to argue with him anymore as taking offense was offending me. Oh, I'm not European, and this video is definitely implying that being gay is a bad thing. It's not a bad thing entirely. This has nothing to do with taking life too seriously. Just pointing out that a group gets discriminated against enough as is, doesn't need more of it here. What value was really added by including those jokes? They really aren't at all original to begin with, and he was able to draw humor out much more effectively in other ways. Oh, he thinks I'm funny. He thinks I'm funny. He said that I was able to draw humor out in other ways. That's funny. He can get rid of that content from his videos and the quality wouldn't suffer at all. To anyone, they would actually improve. I doubt that. I doubt that very much. Okay, so here it goes. Marco Host says, could you shut up already? I know Piggy would 69 any of his loyal groupies any day of the week, disregarding the sex. Probably 69 anyone, to be honest. The fact that you saw something homophobic shows that you see a difference between gay and straight. The joke passed most of us without having second thought. Also, making jokes about black, retarded, or handicapped people is okay, but making gay jokes isn't kind of homophobic of you. They have no other special need than anybody else. They deserve to be made fun of just as well as anybody else. But since you were the one pointing out homophobia, therefore the one seeing it, I speak for Piggy as well as you when I say shit should be kind of and fuck off. That's what you said. That's dope. Oh man, that's fucked. Y'all fucking... Okay, let me finish reading this comment here. And then Sima coming in here. Simification. Killing it. You wrote a fucking essay on this guy. You wrote an essay on this guy. Again, this is all in jest. It's all in jest. It's all fucking humor, right? So if you take it too seriously, just don't watch the videos, right? Who just responded here? Unsubscribe. You fucking Miss Mag. You fucking Miss Mag. I love you. If you're listening, Miss Mag, just know I love you in every way possible. You bastard. That was very meta of you, Miss Mag, if you're listening here. Very meta of you. That's really funny. Things are getting too meta on this stream. I feel like I should name this stream to the meta stream. But yeah, I make a lot of jokes, but obviously the jokes are in jest. I say them because I can, not because that's what I feel, right? So if I make a joke, I'll make a joke about my own ethnicity. I've made many jokes about my own ethnicity. I don't care. You know, fuck. My people deserve to be made fun of just as much as anybody else, you know? Fuck, it doesn't fucking matter, man. It really doesn't matter. So yeah, so I'm just a fan of, you know, I'm just a fan of being able to say whatever you want, I guess. So that's kind of my thing. Did I get you with that second ear rape? Is that funny? Is Miss Mag still putting out content? Miss Mag, are you going to answer for that? Are you going to answer yourself? Are you going to respond to that question? I don't know if he is. It's killed me. This comment just killed me right here. I'm actually surprised I haven't gotten a lot of unsub comments. That's actually kind of funny. Pig Cake is a right-leaning libertarian. He knows where it's at. You know, I guess. Is that the way to kind of put me? I don't want to say it, honestly. I don't want to say things like that because then I might put other people off. But, you know, this isn't necessarily a channel to discuss politics or to talk about politics. But, you know, the questions do come up every once in a while. Let me see. So I was at school, Baron Boots. So I was at school and this mean sub was giving everyone detention. She gave me detention for doing magic and these dudes sitting next to me after magic. Oh, wow. Okay. That's really fucking funny. Look at that. You got out of detention for knowing gay card tricks. That's the best. That is the best. I do follow Alex Jones on Twitter. Look at you stalking me, man. Look at you stalking me, dog. Yeah, I find him very funny. Alex Jones is very funny. Again, he's not one of the people that you take seriously at all. There are some things that he said that are really, really funny, which is why I follow him. He's a humorous character. But, I mean, I followed him, especially when he went to Young Turks and called him out to their face. Any chance of the cups and balls so I could do it at work? They turned the frogs gay! Well, let me see if I could. I mean, okay, it's just kind of the idea of doing it with, okay, so the way I used to do it, fuck, I don't even know if I should say it. It involves a ring, right? Okay, so the trick, I'm just going to say, fuck it. So, I was going to do a video on it, you know, just to have a whole set on it. But you pretty much have $2 bills, right, in each pockets. You ask for a ring, and you make it disappear in whatever way you want. You know, I hope this makes sense. You make it disappear, but you put it in the dollar bill, and you crumble it up. Right, so you take out one of them. I'm a $1 Patreon now. Congratulate me. Hey, you know it's funny. I just got the email, Pig Cake. That's what's up. I have it here on vibrate. Thank you, dog. So okay, so you have $1 bill, right, and that now has the spectator's ring in it, right? So assuming that you have the spectator's ring in one of the dollar bills, you have another dollar bill that's crumbled up. That's just the regular one. So you're doing basic cups and balls moves, right? And I played around with this in two ways. I played around with changing the dollar bill into a different denomination at the end. So instead of it being a load, like, you know, a big load, it changes into, for example, if it started off as a 1, the last load is a 20, right? That's how I played around with that. But you're doing basic cups and balls moves. So you're doing, you know, you're putting in this hand. Is it under the cup? Yes, it is. There it is. Ultimately, you're going to end up with the dollar bill with their ring inside of, no, I'm not married. This is just a gay ring. So you're going to end up with the dollar bill with their ring inside of the cup, right? So then at the end, you fucking take off the cup and then you go, oh shit, nothing happened. Oh wait, hold up. Let's take a look inside of the dollar bill. You look inside and it's their fucking ring. So that's kind of the synopsis of the cups and balls trick, right? Pig Cake is married to Magic. That might be the gayest thing I've ever heard. But I guess Magic's been my longest relationship, right? That's the fucking worst. My favorite impromptu trick, True Magician, Back in Time by Jay Sankey. That's by far my favorite trick. It's a fucking perfect trick. Guitar Breakdown. Did you ever go through a phase of buying tricks, gaffs? Yeah, yes, I did, and I fucking regret most of it. You know, obviously you go through the phase where you go down Penguin Magic and you're like, I'm gonna buy everything, I'm gonna get everything, and you're like, wow, most of this is a piece of shit or unnecessary. It could be done in other different ways. So I'm trying to think of a trick. I think I mentioned in one of the other live streams, envelope. That's kind of shit. Pig Cake streams are 20% him talking about Back in Time. It's 20% me saying as to why I'm not going to show my face, and then talking about Back in Time. I'm a fan of gaffs that are invisible. So for example, like utility gaffs. Thumb tip, I'm a huge fan of. I'm a huge fan of, that was for you, Slenderman. That's a dead meme. I'm a huge fan of gaffs that you can't see. So gaffs that accomplish things that the spectators are unaware of. Once you take off a prop like an envelope, even if it's as simple as an envelope, they can't see it. So a loop would fall into that category. A thumb tip. Yeah, thumb tip is fucking... Dude, thumb tips, you would assume that people know about thumb tips. They don't. They fucking don't know a thumb tip. If you look at these viral videos. There's a viral video on Reddit, on the front page of Reddit, that got up to the viral page of a homeless man doing basic thumb tip tricks, right? Hover card was a waste of my money. 100% right. You know which one I actually bought? I bought the Penguin Magic one with the lights. That when you spin it, it had lights on the card, right? It's the worst. It doesn't even stay on the thread. It's the worst thing ever. But yeah, you have a guy it was on the front page of Reddit doing basic he gets a cigarette, puts it in the guy's shirt, and the cigarette disappears. He gets water, puts it in his hand, and the water disappears, and he's able to bring the water back. People flip shit at basic thumb tip shit. The only way that you're going to get attention to it is exactly what you just said, Martin Wade. The only way that people are going to realize what you're fucking doing is if you get a handkerchief and you stuff it into your fist. That's the moment they're going to figure out exactly what you're doing. And that trick is the one that everybody knows. But I can almost guarantee you that you could expose the trick. So you could say, oh, magicians use this thumb trick to hide fucking silks. And then do a thumb tip trick, and you're going to fool them. Same fucking way. So nobody's gonna fucking notice, man. Nobody's gonna notice. So if you do a fucking a video, if you do other things, there's a fucking Jeff Sheridan. He has a trick called cigarette and coat, right? Beautiful trick. There are two tricks I think that I've seen, that are my favorite tricks that I've seen that I can't do, that I've just seen. Actually three. One is the zombie violin by Norm Nielsen. After the live stream, check it out. Zombie violin. The second one is Swan Lake Rope by Jeff Sheridan. And the third one is Jeff Sheridan's cigarette and coat. So he borrows a coat, he puts a cigarette in it, and everything he does is choreographed perfectly. It's a fucking amazing routine. It's in his volume 1 of a DVD set he put out years ago. It's so fucking good. Yeah, the fucking Smoothini guy. I hate that name. He did thumb tip tricks, and he got fucking on AGT. Can I link the videos? I'll probably end up putting them in the description. I'll probably end up doing that. But let me see if I can almost find them. But I think it's like Homeless Magic. It's funny enough, it's like Homeless Magic. Crazy Homeless Magic. Hey, fucking, that's the thumbnail that I used. Fucking awful. Let me see. God damn it. It's all the fucking magicians doing tricks for homeless people. Pay attention to me, guys. Pay attention to me. Hey, remember me? They could fucking care less if they're doing tricks for homeless people. I can't find it here on YouTube. But this guy is doing basic thumb tip tricks. And he's pretty much, he was on the front page of Reddit. I do use Premiere, yeah. And Premiere is the best. Premiere, I've used Final Cut Pro when I had a Mac. I found that it was not clunky, but it was just, yeah. it was just harder to do things and it was unnecessary. Have you seen Elemental Magic? You know, there was a book that I wanted to buy years ago by... It's called Busting Clouds or Cloud Busting. It was by... Fuck, what's his name? God, somebody. What's his name? What's his fuck? He has a beard. He's a... Kenton Nepper. Kenton Nepper. He had a book called Cloud Busting. Busting makes me feel good. But it's pretty much tricks that involve clouds, right? So you're able to recognize patterns in the clouds and you're able to kind of, you know, do fucking like shit to them. Oh, so for example, you could take this cloud and combine them. It's shit like that. That was fucking weird. I guess that falls under that category, right? Cloud busting. Yeah, bursting or busting. That's fucking nuts. Yeah, it's already tomorrow, right? Crow Guy. So it's already your birthday, dog. It's already your birthday. So happy birthday, Crow Guy 132. I hope you have a fantastic day. It's now 1 day closer to your inevitable death, as are all birthdays. I just got a notification here. It's posting on my creator page. How good magicians are Penn and Teller? Probably 11 out of 10. Teller being a better technical magician. Penn being the better pattern magician and a better juggler. Thanks, Piggy. You're beautiful, and I know. Haha. Yeah. So happy birthday, dog. Really do mean that. You have a great birthday. I fucking hate birthdays. I really do. People you don't like tell you happy birthday. You know, that's kind of gay. I guess you like me, so that kind of, you know, hey, if I say happy birthday. Pig joke? I don't know pig joke. I don't know pig jokes. Let me see. Hold up. Somebody said some hot comments here. Cloud Bust November. That's really fucking funny. Teller's pattern's perfect. His choreography's perfect. His choreography, the way he moves, he could say 1,000 words by just moving his hand. It's fucking great. But in just terms of presentation and, you know, actual spoken language, come on, Penn. Teller is very eloquent when he speaks. I would actually love to see Teller kind of present a trick with a classic pattern. But Teller, you know, I saw Tim's Vermeer. I saw that movie. Fucking, what an amazing movie. It's boring as shit to, you know, anybody that's not interested in that sort of shit. But it's fucking good. And you kind of hear Teller's, he has an interview that he talks about that movie. It's, man, hearing Teller talk. I have a video of him when I was trying to get a video of them for I think one of the first episodes. Oh, India, yeah. That fucking Penn and Teller go to India. That's an amazing fucking video. But I have a, that's funny, hold up. My girlfriend is a fan of you now that she based on the secondhand pig she inhales from how often I watch you. That's fucked. Tell your girlfriend that's a good thing. That's a good thing, to enjoy the piggy. That's weird. I only have a 2 to 3% female demographic. So, yeah, the Magic and Mystery Tour. There you go. That's a great fucking 3 sets. I remember in school, I showed them to the kids. I showed them to the kids. Whenever we talked about China, I put on Penn and Teller. Go to China. We did a chapter on India. Penn and Teller go to fucking India. And then they did another one. Penn and Teller go to somebody else. They went to India. They went to China. And then they went to... Fuck. Somebody else help me here. He went to somewhere else. Motherfucker. Egypt. Yeah, there you go. When we did Egypt, I talked about them. I showed that video. So that was fucking crazy. Egypt, that was a really good episode. That was a really fucking good episode too. They did the whole pyramid shit, which is a funny ass gag. But yeah, they fucking killed it. Dildo Baggins. Dildo Faggins. What a great fucking name. Japan, I don't think they did Japan. They did China. They did different parts of China, which was a fucking depressing episode. That was a really depressing episode. They only did 3 of those. Penn and Teller have a fucking... they did a... is that... Oh, shit. Damn, boy. They did a... attack helicopter. That's fucked. What the... They do a series. You know what sucks? They do series. And then they stop. right? So they do a series like bullshit and then they'll stop. They'll do an amazing series like the Magic and Mystery Tour and then they'll fucking stop, which is fucking stupid because it's like, why the fuck would you keep doing these things? You know, why the fuck would you keep doing these things, dog? If I had $1 for every gender, I'd have $1.77. That's fucking funny. Penn and Teller go to North Korea. That's even fucking more hysterical. I ended up buying bullshit just to have it. It actually saved me through the hurricane because I was able to have them on my phone, right? But Penn and Teller bullshit is fucking phenomenal. I think you can find them on Dailymotion too now, right? You can find them on Dailymotion. They have them on YouTube, but unfortunately, like the audio is fucked. What an amazing series, man. What a fucking amazing series. Get Killed was another great movie that they did. Penn and Teller Get Killed. Chris Hannibal, what's up, dog? What is up? I would say my nigga, but then that's kind of offensive. But then again, I already said it. Is it only with the hard R? Hold up, where did you get it? I saw them on Showtime when they came out, but they're nowhere now. Just look up Penn and Teller, watch online. Eating ass and smoking grass. That's an amazing way to see life. How about eat grass and smoke ass? I'm black, I give you permission. Okay, all right, I'm glad I got your permission. Oh shit. Should have burped right in the camera. Oh, but yeah, Penn and Teller Get Killed. And Invisible Thread is another movie that they had, which is fucking phenomenal. So wait, now you see how much of a fanboy I am of Penn and Teller. They have Invisible Thread, which is a great one. They have Bullshit on Showtime that they used to have. They have Penn and Teller Get Killed. They have Penn and Teller Go Public. They have Off the Deep End or whatever the fuck it is. But you know you could find them online. Just literally look them up and look up Bullshit episodes, watch online, and you'll be able to find them, I'm sure. But I think I've seen every episode of that enough, which is fucking... Like, I've seen every episode multiple times. Invisible Thread, yeah, it was really fucking good. I should do a magic bullet tutorial. I don't know how to do it. I don't know how to do it. Will you do a follow along, like go public? What do you mean? I'm still streaming, yeah, dog. 2 hours, what the? 32 minutes. Damn, man. What the fuck? What am I doing with my life? Oh, these nuts. Oh, a meeting? Probably. Yeah, I'll probably do a meetup sometime. It depends. I'll do it with a mask. I wear a mask and then I'll do a meetup. Funny enough, there was every year they have like a book fair down here, which is the gayest place you could go. But I found that exact book without all the props, which sucks. Because that book had a lot of cool props. But I found a book with a bunch of fucking, a bunch of shit. It's fucking great. People will tear it off. Yeah, cunts. They had like a bunch of props in it, and then obviously when I got it, they were all fucking gone. It was still great though, because they have a lot of different. They have even a lot of good ideas in that book too. The VHS recording of Go Public. Oh, is that the one that like the card trick that you could do, like the news one, where they pretend to do like a news story? They updated it. They updated it with Jane the Virgin. They do the show, Jane the Virgin, and then they updated it so that the main character of the show, or the guy character of the show, he goes, wait a second. And he takes a card and he goes, is that your card? He does it with on that show. So they kind of updated it, which is kind of fucking great. It's funny that every generation they've done a different variation of that fucking trick. So in the 80s they did it with VHS and the news, right? Then they did it, I think, in the 90s in a different way, and then now they did it with fucking video, which is really funny. How would I do that? How would I do that video? I don't know how would I do, unless I go, wait, is this your card? Brian Brushwood has an amazing fucking version of that. They have that, I don't know if you guys have seen that Scam Squad episode, but they do it so that he pretty much says he has a person name any card, right? After hearing a poem, he has a person name any card, and they go, "That's fucking crazy. That's exactly what the card is. That's you're supposed to think of." And then he has him look up a YouTube video by a specific professor, and then they find a fucking card, right? And you know that's the only video on that particular channel. I think Brian Brushwood goes over that on Scam School. It's the same. I should do something like that. That'd be fucking dope. I'd have to have a bunch of different fucking YouTube channels. Yeah, I've seen every single Scam School episode. That's a fact. I've seen every single Scam School episode. I sent him something. I hope he puts it up. He didn't respond, but I hope he puts it up on Scam School. That's fucking amazing. So if gaffs are disappoint you, are you still interested in 52-1? Yeah, for sure. I'm definitely interested in it. I don't think if I'd get it though. I mean, I don't think I'd get it. But I am still interested. One of my favorite tricks, they all go back to normal, but your card, Triumph, right? Triumph, is that what you're talking about? You do the classic. I can't even do it with these cards. These cards are bent to fuck. But you could do that version. I teach a couple versions of Triumph on the channel. That's the shitty Zero version of it. The rough diameter of my head. How could I approximate that right now? Let me see. How could I approximate the size of my fucking head? I'm a small dude. I'm a small everything. So let me see if I have a hat here. A ruler. Thank you. Logical. Okay, so I'm gonna use headphones. I'm gonna use headphones here to measure the circumference of my fucking stupid head hole. It is this long right here. Ah, fucking cunt. I don't even know. Okay, so the circumference, I would say it can't be this much. My head can't be this fucking massive. If you guys saw the other side here, it's fucking retarded. Yeah, small dick, but I try hard though. That's what matters. I work really hard. But it's small, but it's sweet. Let's see. Right here? Right? Is that it? That's the length. It's from here all the way to here. That is the circumference of my fucking head hole. I would say the circumference is 2 feet of my head, I guess. Does that make sense? I mean, I measured it to myself. A small dude. You know what? Yeah, small for sure. Somebody said, hold up. Cranius Maximus. Your Triumph routine with that ejaculatory display is amazing. Yeah, short nigga, but my dick tall. That's for sure. That is my favorite Triumph routine, I think. That one and Back in Time, obviously. So they look at the card, right? I've taught that on the channel, obviously. But while they're looking at the card, that's when you do the Brouwer reversal. So then you're able to do this display, where you are able to do this little bit of a shitty pharaoh again. Apologize for the cards, but you do this amazing display. I think it's a good one, a Godwin display, right? But you're able to show the cards just like this, mixed up. And now is when you have the spectator put the card back into the deck. And then you go, hey buddy, watch, I'm gonna make the card, I'm gonna make the deck turn over. And then you do one of those. And of course, all the cards turn over apart from one, and it's their card. I've taught that on the channel. That's one of my favorite versions of Triumph. And somebody else mentioned something else. Favorite way to secretly reverse a card in the middle of the deck? It is the Future Reverse by Marlowe. I kind of do a shitty way of doing it. So if I have to reverse a card in the middle of the deck, I guess I'll do that version, right? Even though I've only done that in a couple certain tricks, to be honest. If I do need to reverse a card in the middle of the deck, shit. I'm trying to think of a trick that I use that for. I know there's one trick that I kind of do like a shitty KM move, right? I know there's one trick that I wrote up. I've never performed it, honestly, but there's one trick that I wrote up that I do like kind of a shitty KM move to reverse a card. Read my comment. Look at the new movie Dealt. That's funny. I haven't seen it yet, but yeah, I'll definitely take a look at it. Right, yeah. If I have to reverse a card in the middle of the deck, I'd probably control it to the bottom, do a half pass, and then cut it. Like, to me, that seems like the simplest thing. I remember, funny enough, I was talking about Rodney Reyes. That was my first DVD. He had a fucking reverse in the middle where he palmed the card, spread them like this, and then that's how he replaced the card in the middle. I've always found that way too convoluted. You've inspired me to start a new Instagram page. I'm glad I have. I don't know how me with my limited Instagram. How gay is Top Notch on a scale of 1 to 10? I would say probably, he's made some gay comments. How much do I weigh? Like 150? 150, that's kind of gay for you to ask, but okay. I mean, I guess I'm like 150. I always bounce between 145 and 155. That's always my weight, I guess. So I'm a short nigga, but I weigh a lot. That's kind of weird, right? You text me, you fucking asshole. That's funny. Y'all fucking doing some gay stuff right here on this stuff. Hold up, somebody asked me a good question. Did the Taco Bell around you get rolled tacos? No, they have not yet, from my knowledge. They do have these crispy chicken things, which is kind of dope. Ace of Clubs is the 13th card. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 12, 13. You fucking cunt. You pranked me. That's iDubbbz meme. Let me see. Fuck. Yeah, you pranked me, you cunt. Favorite pure slate? Shit. It's a pass, I guess. That's my favorite pure thing. Pure slate is a straight up pass. Who else damages their cards doing Pharaoh shuffles? If you're damaging your cards doing Pharaoh shuffles, you are doing it wrong. You're doing it wrong. These cards, Pharaoh shitty, to be honest. But you're not supposed to put a lot of pressure. You're not supposed to put a lot of pressure. As a matter of fact, the Pharaoh is one of those moves that you're supposed to put very fucking little pressure. Very little pressure, and the cards weave naturally. So if you're pressing the cards and they are fucking up, you're like 52 pickup. If your cards are being damaged during Pharaoh shuffles, you're doing it wrong. You are fucking definitely doing it wrong. So have a light touch. A light touch helps. Beveling also helps. This also, you said it that way. Even that way, I'm doing a kind of a sawing action, right? This is the way I used to do a Pharaoh. This way, I'm doing a sawing action, and I'm still not damaging the cards because I have a light touch. So, that's funny. You've only seen the gay Pharaohs. Yeah, so just try having a really, really light touch, and you'll do it. You really need a friend? Okay, that's weird. I think you came to the wrong place. If you really need a friend. Somebody said something. Favorite magician? I've mentioned it before. I think it's a combination of Jeff Sheridan. I forgot who else, right? Jeff Sheridan. Michael Moore is always great. Paul Harris. These are all fucking dope. You pull the bottom card of the... Oh, nobody... Do you really not know what the glide is, dude? The fucking greatest move in all of Magic. Everyone does the same fucking trick with the glide. They do the same shit. They go, what's right here? Right here. Oh, shit. I'm going to take that card, put it right there. Oh, shit. That's kind of dope. So, yeah, that's kind of weird that you don't know the glide. Human, not camera. What? Who's? I don't know what the... Gliding home, that's funny. Yeah, that's the original one. Let me see if I can... See, this deck is good for one-handed. One of these one-handed motherfuckers. Yeah, dude, no. It doesn't... Watching that movie doesn't have to surprise me. I already know how good he is. Like, watching that movie isn't going to tell me how much I suck. I already know that in comparison, I suck to so many motherfuckers. Like, I'm just doing what I can. I have, 16 years that I've been doing this gay shit, but... obviously you have people like Richard Turner. You have people that are just like, oh, shit, okay. Chen Kok? Is that really your name, Chen Kok? Oh, shit, is that your card? No, it's not your card. You gay fag. Yeah, that's weird. I don't know what you said. This is a Magic channel if you're new to this. Right? And I guess if you're interested in Magic. Everybody learns to glide because it's the easiest thing in the world. Yeah, I've always hated the glide like this. I think the glide is a way better move than like this. You see it? So you're doing it like that as opposed to doing the normal glide. I've always liked doing it that way. Yeah, Simon, I actually have a version of twisting the aces on this channel. And that's my favorite way of doing it. I was actually going to put that on Patreon. I was actually going to put that specific version on Patreon because that's one of my favorite fucking kind of variations of the trick because you end up, you thought this was a culinary channel, because it's based on the idea of doing the shake change as a switch. So right now, okay, so right now I made the ace of hearts turn over. But watch, if I shake it again, you notice that the ace of clubs now turns over. What? Well, that's crazy. Look, I'll do it one more time. I'll shake it, and you notice that the ace of diamonds turns over. But here's the problem. The ace of spades weighs the most. It weighs the most. So if I shake it, you notice that nothing happens, right? Nothing happens. But if I shake the deck hard, all the cards turn over apart from the ace of spades because it weighs so much. You see the... Oh, shit. That's on the channel. But without the obnoxious... fucking whatever that is. But that's on the channel. That's straight up on the channel. So don't... So you could look that up. Whoever asked. I forgot who asked. Who asked me? Simon. There you go. Is your job YouTube? Yeah. I'm making it my job. I'm trying to make it my job. So it's what I've been doing since I was unfortunately stopped doing the other job, the teaching gig. So yeah, so I'm making YouTube and making videos and doing all that shit. That's kind of my full time. That's funny. What did I teach? I taught social studies, dog. I taught social studies, these nuts. That didn't make sense. But yeah, I taught social studies back in the day. How many bitches does Pig K get per subscriber? That's funny. I've said it. My female demographic is 3% on these videos. A hot 3%. Which is fairly interesting. Because I didn't know any women watch these fucking channels. Let me see these. When I make it big, I will shout you out. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. 72 virgins. That's all I want. Let me see. Is P held in the balls? I don't know. Maybe. Columbus Day. You know, that's a whole different can of worms, right? The big fucking Columbus kind of raping and pillaging his way through the United States. It depends, you know, it really depends on who's saying it. But, you know, I think the popular thing now is to not like Columbus. Apparently, every historical figure is being shat on now. It's fucking crazy. Let's see Piggy's cardistry. I don't have a lot of cardistry, man. I really don't. My cardistry is very limited to hey, look, I can do a one-handed shuffle. Oh my god. I could do a what do you call this? I could do one of these. I could do one of these, one of those. I could do one of these. That's the go-to one. I could do one of these. 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 Fucking kill me. Okay, I could do one of these. There you go. Let me see. Hold up. There's one more. Which one? Fuck. There's a couple other ones, but I'm not a fan of cardistry. I think I've said that before. I'm not a huge fan of cardistry. I'm really not. Go to false shuffle. On the table, it's this shit. It's this one. Honestly. It's just a variation of something from expert card technique that you're being sloppy as shit. It's pretty much, on expert card technique, the way it was written up is that you hold the cards like this, You do this, and then you do this. That's the way it is. So what this is just literally adding a couple, the couple cards in front as shade for your shitty shuffle. Again, it's not like a professional. You're not gonna see like Richard Turner doing that. But you know, it is kind of a casual. I'm just fucking mixing the deck sort of fall shuffle. From there, you could do whatever sort of shit you could do there. Redbone shows off a lot of fancy stuff. Yeah, but it's usually the same sort of stuff. It wasn't a lot of variation on that, which is my regret in that video. Let me see, somebody said some stuff. Tima Cunt, it's called free speech. What happened? Huh? What happened now? Why are you saying about free speech? Someone said something. I think that Daniel Madison's favorite shuffle. He does that all the time. Are you being sarcastic, or is that really? I mean, it's just you're getting the cards in the corner here, right? And then as you square them up, you're kind of smearing them up. You're using that to kind of displace it. So honestly, I do it like this. I'll do it like that, kind of like in a rough, haphazard way. And of course, that kind of gives the perception. That gives the perception of just mixing the deck in a way that you don't have a necessary control. Another thing I love is the Rosetta. Anything with the Rosetta shuffle I really like. With these cards in this table, it's not gonna do it well. But he also does that stupid multi-cut slapping that everyone does. Shit, you're right. Are you talking about this? These nuts, these nuts. These nuts, these nuts, these nuts. Oh, hey. Hey there. Fucking cunterific. That's fantastic. Yeah, so I don't know what the fuck happened to it, but it died. Death on this piece of shit. And these nuts. Yeah, so I don't know why the live stream died there. But that's really funny. That I didn't know that was like a habit of people doing that really annoying thing. It's just a thing that I've kind of grown with, right? Bowser DDoS me. That's funny. You know, that's my fear, man. Fuck. Somebody fucking hacking my shit and then ruining my day. But hold up. There was a couple things that I was talking about before that shit died. Oh, don't do that thing when you finish on Instagram, you cunt. That's funny. Well, I mean, there's the up the ladder, right? I guess it's hard not to have that habit of slapping the deck. It really is. It's like having this habit right here, lifting up at the back. I still do that. You know, I still lift up in the back to do double lift. That's kind of, you know, that's another habit. That's an annoying habit. Doing a double lift that looks like you're doing 1,000 different things. Crow Guy, can you show me a quick tutorial? Gotta go in 10 minutes. Yeah, but it's, you know, it's kind of stupid. But it makes Xavier so mad. Yeah, I know. I'm a fan of the dribble, right? Of the dribble. Double. So that right there is a double. I'm a fan of that. So that's kind of my preferred way of hiding it, doing it that way. I like, you know, honestly, if I am going to get a second or a break under the second card, I'll just do it that way. I'm not going to necessarily do a pinky pull down or anything like that. I'll do just, you know, that thing. But as far as, oh, Simba, look at you, $2 made you look. You cunt. You did make me look. Quick trick. Okay, this is stupid, but it's still fun. You go, here's the 3 of spades, right? You control it, you peek at it, and you tell the spectator that this is going to be, it's pretty much just going to be a spelling trick, and you're doing the countdown force, but it's making you seem like an idiot, and it's making you, I mean the spectator, you know, the winner here. So you go, oh, okay, I'll tell you what, if you name me your card, I think I could give a magic spell over the deck so I could actually spell to your card. Sir, what's your, it is on top. That's the, I know I'm showing you how to do it, you dumb cunt. So yeah, so you go, oh, I'm gonna put a magic spell on your card on the deck. How about you tell me what the name of your card is? They're gonna say 3 of spades, and you go, okay, let's spell it out. THREEUVSPADES. And then of course you act like a dumbass when you go, oh damn it, it's not this isn't the one, right? I'll tell you what. Oh, because it's your card. How about you try spelling it? You should try spelling it yourself. And of course the spectator now spells to the card and it ends up being the 3 of spades. It's cute. It's a cute little stupid trick, but you know, surprisingly, people aren't aware of this countdown force. People aren't fucking like they're not fucking. They're not well acquainted with that countdown force. So, fuck me, I'm done with this shit. It's been a long time, man. This is 3 hours. That's kind of hot. So that's kind of a cool, quick trick you could do. Doesn't really require a lot of work, but having a control right on top of the deck. So that's good shit. We missed the tuts. You guys missed the little tutorial? Did you? God damn it. I just said, okay, all right. You have a card picked, right? 6 of clubs. You control it to the top of the deck. You control it right to the top of the deck. Then you tell them that you're going to make a magic spell over the cards and that you can now actually spell to the card that they picked. So in this case, 6 of clubs, right? You say, oh, okay, name your card, sir, and I'll be able to spell to your card. 6 of clubs, that's great. SEXUVCLUB. And of course you're wrong, right? Fucking wrong. But then when you put this on top, you can now spell to the 6 of clubs. You know, you tell the spectator, how about you do it because it's your card. They're going to be able to spell to the 6 of clubs and they're happy and they're healthy and they go home and they ejaculate. Wait, one question. Card control, Arthur Buckley. Blind, riffle, shuffle. Yeah, I think that's how you do it. That's that might be. I remember Leonard Green saying something about Arthur Buckley and his inspiration. So, do you have a set day you live stream? Yeah, usually Fridays, but I've been kind of mixing it up lately, kind of just to see it out, just to appeal to more people that can't necessarily make it on Fridays. Yeah, so I kind of try to hit up everyone and see what's more convenient for most people that watch my shit. So I've tried, Wednesday nights, Thursday nights, Saturdays. I should try Saturday mornings. That should be hot shit. Charge looks like a... Are you guys all from the same school? What the fuck? Is what it is? Because I see a lot of comments about the same fuck. I see Cypress High. Somebody else is plugging their middle school. Eloy, you talking about Charles? Who the fuck is Charles? What? Is sand called sand because it's in between sea and land? Oh, you bitch. You bitch. That's so good. Why is there no pig cake and emoji? Because they're fucking piggest. That's why. It's Del Campo and this bitch. There's a fucking lot. That's really funny. Oh, the guy whose question you just answered. Okay, and you know everyone here? I feel like that might be the case. God damn it. Favorite alternative to the cut deeper force? Yeah, it's the cut deeper force. Did I put up that video yet? Cut deeper? But I like doing the first phase of the cut deeper as the, I think that's a Marlowe idea, that you do the cut deeper force as a, as the instructional. So for example, the force card is the Queen of Diamonds on top, right? So that's fucking, you guys are ridiculous. So you say, oh, I want you to cut off some cards and turn them face up on top of the deck, but cut deeper so you don't cut into my stack. And then they do that, they cut deeper, and guess what? You're in the same position as a force. But you justify this first action here, because I've never liked that action of the cut deeper force. But if you justify by telling them, oh, I want you to lift up any amount of cards you want and turning it over, right? Then that becomes a little bit more justified because you're showing them what you want them to do. So now when you turn this over, you know, it becomes less of a sneaky thing. So that's, who asked me? Somebody asked me. I forgot who asked me, but I hope it helps. Yeah, so I'm going to end it here, guys. It's been 3 hours and 2 minutes. I need to sleep. My dick hurts from all the fapping. I'm gonna obviously keep this up so you guys can enjoy that. Enjoy this live stream up forevermore until I die a slow death. So y'all get your sleep in. Y'all get your nut in. I'm gonna go shill, right? I'm gonna shill my shit. Shill my shit on Reddit. I think that will help out a lot. You guys, one of you, shill my shit on Reddit. That'll be hot. Well, actually, the spelling trick, Michael Bush. The spelling trick is a great trick to do that for little kids. To be honest, it's a great trick to do for kids because you're able to control the card to the top, right? And then you seem like an idiot. It's kind of based loosely on a David Williamson idea where he spells through all the cards, but this one is good because you spell the card, right? You spell the card and you're wrong, and then you hand a kid the deck. They spell the card. They're gonna spell it correct, and they find the card. So it's kind of you have kind of a cute byplay there. So that's a great trick, and it's easy to do. You could teach them how to do it, so they could show their friends. So that's kind of a good one. Yeah, you got me distracted, dog. Show my shit out. I think that's gonna help out. I'm gonna go figure out ways to ingest mercury and still be able to have a decent conversation with them.